December 2nd, 2023. Yeah, it is a little early. Everybody's like, why are you here so early, man? I'm here early for a reason. Because football. Not really. There's a pretty big old football game coming up here at 11 o'clock, and I absolutely want to see it. You're like, football game? What do you mean football game? Well, Texas is playing Oklahoma State for the Big 12 championship title. Yeah, it's a giant wrestling match where all the guys just go out to the field and beat the hell out of each other. That's the whole thing. That's the point. Okay, well, maybe not that, but yeah. But yeah, you all get it. Yeah, I mean, there was already a game last night, a championship game last night. Man, was it good. It was so good. Oregon versus Washington. So good. All the championships are this weekend. Thank you for the gifted membership. It looks like Manuel Baez got the gift. So thank Hammer for your channel membership. It was very nice of him. But yeah, even after that, what other games do we have today? Oh, Florida State versus... Who are they facing? There's some really, really good games coming up today. Oh, Alabama versus Georgia. Oh, that's going to be massive. That's going to be huge. Who else do we have here? Oh, SMU versus Tulane. Some smaller schools, but it should still be a good matchup. That probably won't be the primary one I'm watching. I'll probably be watching Georgia versus Alabama. That'll be a big game. Oh, FSU versus Louisville. That should also be a good game. And then later tonight, Iowa versus Michigan. Big Ten title. Some really good games today. Really, really good games. And I'm here for it, man. You live in Oregon? Did you watch... Oh, wow. It's early over there for you. It's barely going to be 7 o'clock. Did you watch the game? It was an amazing game. It really was. It was insane. So close. Saw Evolving Skies ETBs for $76 at Walmart. That probably wasn't Walmart selling them. It was probably, if you were checking online, it was probably a third-party seller, just using the Walmart marketplace. I've actually thought about seeing if I could get in on the Walmart, whatchamacallit, the little marketplace that they have there, because they do sell quite a bit of stuff. You only watch NFL? Oh, well, you missed a good game, dude. I get some people who are like that. People are like, no, I only watch NFL. No, I only watch college. And I'm like, that's cool. But, yeah, man, you missed an amazing game. It was so good. Honestly, the teams are so evenly matched that it was really a shame that somebody had to lose. And it was a close game. I think the final score was like Oregon 31 and Washington 34. It was a very close game. Very close. Yeah, it was online. People were saying it was repackaged. Ew. Yeah, that happens. The thing about Walmart, though, is I imagine that they probably have a pretty strict return policy that favors the buyer, I bet. So anybody that got one of those repacks probably got their money back. Yeah. Oh my god, all the sponsorships coming through. Let me see. Hit the lottery, everybody get a gift. It won't allow me to gift you. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Dre, you're broken. You're probably like, why are we at Pokemon Home? We're there for a reason. I don't want to say bored, but I thought to myself, there are a lot of legendary Pokemon that you can acquire in Pokemon Sword and Shield that I never got to get. There were quite a few of them. The main one I of course, was looking for at the time was like Zarude. That was like the main one that I wanted to get. So I thought, well, hey, I have the game. Why don't I just, go and play that for a little while, do some surprise trades, which I did. I did a handful of surprise trades, get some interesting stuff back. And not only that, I did a bunch of Dynamax adventures. And through those Dynamax adventures, I actually scored I think it was like 4 Pokemon that I had not had before. At least not legitimately, because sometimes you do surprise trades, and you'll get one of these Pokemon, but it's a gen Pokemon, so it's like, it doesn't feel good. Now, I'm happy because I can say that I do legitimately have these Pokemon. A couple of them I didn't even realize I did not even have. So I decided, well, let me go ahead and show you guys of my quick adventure this week through Pokemon Sword and some of the Pokemon that I got. We're still going to play Scarlet Violet. Don't worry. I just want to show you all this real quick. But yeah, I managed to get some Pokemon that I had never gotten. A couple of them even never gotten even through surprise trade. So I was really jazzed to get them. One of them I didn't even realize I didn't have. But yeah, here, check it out. Over here, if you take a look over on the left side of the screen, there's my Pokemon home. All these guys are pretty normal. No big deal about them. But let's go to the next page. And look at this. These are actually 5. That's right, I got one last night. Look at that. I got a Buzzwole, which I had never had a legit Buzzwole, so I was really happy to get that. I didn't even realize I didn't have a Ho-Oh, but now I have a Ho-Oh. So I'm like, yes! Already had several Rayquazas, either through trade or sometimes people gave me... somebody gave me one like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So now we have another Rayquaza. A Solgaleo I never had. I was like, awesome. Never had one of these guys. And a Reshiram. Never had one of these either. So I was pretty jazzed. These are the 5 that I got through the various Dynamax adventures that I did this week. And again, I didn't do very many. I think I did like 10. And sadly, there were a few that I was a part of that the team just wasn't good. What is the little cross for? That basically means that I can't move them over into the game that I'm working with them on. Like over here, the boxes that you see right here on this side of the screen are for Pokemon's Sword. And that little cross-out thing means that I can't move this Pokemon to Sword because it simply doesn't exist there. So it won't work. So yeah, that's the reason why you have those. But yeah, I was pretty happy to get these. The Buzzwole looked really cool. I didn't expect to get him like when he showed up. Because when you do the Dynamax adventures, if you don't remember, it just shows you, oh, it's going to be a fighting type or it's going to be a psychic type. It doesn't tell you what Pokemon is at the end of the dungeon. You have to fight the smaller Pokemon, and then when you get to the end, then you find out who it is. And so when I saw Buzzwole pop up, I was like, oh, nice, I don't have him. And the first one I wanted... oh, here's the story about Reshiram. About like 2 years ago, pretty much since Scarlet and Violet came out, Reshiram was one of those Pokemon that I had tried to get in those Dynamax dungeons, but I could never defeat him at the end. I could never defeat him. So I was like, man, again, I never had him. So I was pretty bummed that I could never get him. And sure enough, I went back. I was like, well, let's try it again. Because whenever you go and face one of these and you don't beat them, the trainer, or I guess the scientist there in the dungeon, will actually mark it in your save file and say, hey, if you want to go back and challenge them again, you can. And so Reshiram was already there. So I was like, I want to try to get that Reshiram. So I went back, got it. I was like, nice. So I was very happy to get the Reshiram. The Solgaleo, again, was a kind of a surprise. The Ho-Oh was also a surprise, as was the Buzzwole. There are still a couple there that I want to get. I can't remember exactly which ones they are, but I know there's a couple. I think, oh, the Necrozma. That's the one that I'm actually trying to get now, because it's part of one of the missions in the game that I just never finished. And so, yeah, I'm kind of farming it a bit now, just to try and get the Necrozma. But I was really happy to get these 5. You know, the Rayquaza, I might actually just trade, or I might make it available for trade if anybody actually needs it, because I have a couple of them already in Scarlet Violet. And I probably have some more in here, and I don't even realize it. Oh, but also, again, just like we do in Scarlet Violet, doing surprise trades, I did get a bunch of genned Pokemon through surprise trades. Here's what I got. I just kept them just so I could show you guys. So yeah, these are the genned Pokemon I got through surprise trades. And I did do a few, but I didn't do very many. I think I did maybe 40 trades. And this is what I got. These are the genned Pokemon that I got through these trades. Kind of insane that I got this many in just that few of trades. So yeah. This one's kind of goofy looking. What is this one? Is this the Celestia, I think it's called? What is the actual name of this thing? It actually doesn't say down here. Yeah, where's the actual name? Wow, it doesn't have it here. Yeah, it only has these fake, stupid website names that you should never go to. I was actually surprised to get a shiny Snorlax. I was like, they're doing Snorlax now? That's kind of weird. Oh, I've probably got another 30 or 40 in my boxes just kind of scattered about. These are the ones that I got just in the past several days. So it kind of shows you how easy it is to get these guys. This one I was actually a little jazzed about. I think I already have one of these. I think this is the Tapu Bulu. I was like, oh, that's cool. So that one's actually pretty neat. Let me see. I think the Tapu Bulu might be the only one that I may not have had before. I think I had all these other ones. Or maybe not the shiny... what is this one? I forget what this one's called again. It's like Dew Blade or something like that. I forget. What is this thing called again? Oh, come on. Where's the regular name? Honedge. There we go. Yeah, we got the Arctozolts, Sobbles, Regielekis, Dragonite, Trico. I was surprised to get Trico. I was like, really? They're doing that guy too? The Alakazam. He came over as his previous evolution, or de-evolution, I guess. The Sinesti was also kind of a surprise, but I was not surprised at all to get some of these legendaries and semi-legendaries. The Regidrago. I still can't figure out what that thing is supposed to be. It's like it's basically like a ball with feet and really odd arms. I have no clue what that's supposed to be. Everybody knows Ditto. Celesteela, there we go. That's her name. So yeah, those are the gen Pokemon that I got. I'll probably end up deleting them. And of course, each of them came with either an ability patch or a whatchamacallit, a Master Ball. And because I did have those extra Master Balls, each of these guys is caught in a Master Ball. I was like, I have them there, I might as well use them. So, yep, all of them got the Master Ball treatment. But yeah, that was my little adventure going back into Sword. I still haven't gotten the Zarude. Still haven't gotten it. A little bummed about that. In fact, I need to look this up. What is the actual... Let me see. Complete list. List of Pokemon you can get from Dynamax Adventures. Alright, here we go. Somebody actually brought up a complete list, it looks like. Let me see if I can... Okay, that's not a complete list. Where's the list? Somebody just make a list. Oh, here we go. Alright, let's see. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Mewtwo, Raikou, NT. I did actually face an NT, but I couldn't catch him because apparently I had already caught him before. Same thing with Suicune. Suicune's on here. Oh, Lugia is on here. I'm sorry, Lugia, as you guys call him. Ho-Oh, Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, Giratina, Cresselia, Tornadus, Tornadus, Thundurus, Reshiram, Zekrom. I'd like to get that Zekrom. Landorus, Kyurem. I think I have a Kyurem. Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde. I'd like to get that Zygarde too. Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu. I haven't seen any of these in there ever. Wow. Tapu Fini, Solgaleo, already got that one. Lunala, Nihilego, I'd like to get that one too. I don't have one of those, I don't think. Or maybe I do, I just don't have a, like a legit one. Buzzwole, Pheromosa, I'd really like to get the Pheromosa. Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, Necrozma, Stakataka, and Blacephalon. Yeah, there's several though that I still don't have. At least not legit. Let me see, which ones do I not have legit? Gosh, a good chunk of these, actually. Yeah, so it makes sense for me to go back and keep messing around in those dungeons then, I guess. I'll probably do that during the week. But let's get on back. Look at it, randomly selected you. Let's head on back to Scarlet Violet. Yeah, there was Sword and Shield. I was playing that thing all week. Had a pretty good time doing it too. Do we still have the same Tera raid from last week? I imagine we do. Oh, another thing. You all may not have realized it's creeping up on us here. We only have, what is it, 11 days? 11 days until the next part of the DLC comes out. So that should be interesting. Of course, when the DLC does come out, we will be doing a stream for it. So we'll be messing around in there. Getting more of the new Pokemans. It'll play Sword and get more Legendary. Yeah, 11 more days. So that should be pretty neat. I don't even remember what I was doing in here the last time I was doing stuff. Because, like I said, it's been like a week since I've been in the game. Like, after the stream last week, I played a little bit more. And then that's when I was like, let's just mess around in Sword and see what happens. Because initially, I went back there just to mess around and see how many more Gen Pokemon I could get via surprise trade. Because I moved all of my Pokemon out of Sword. When I went back, I only had like 3 or 4 Pokemon that were still hanging around in there. One of them being Calyrex, that I can't move for some reason. I'm guessing it's because of a mission or a quest or something that I haven't finished. So I can't move him yet. So that's one reason I'm still kind of doing it. Yeah, let me see. I gotta remember the buttons now. Okay, here we go. Do you need a Zelf? I actually don't. I do have a legit Zelf. Like all the little spirit guys, I have all of those legit. Because I caught them all in BDSP. So I thankfully didn't need them. Not only that, I think they were also in Arceus. Yeah, I think they were in the Arceus Legends game. Or the Pokemon Legends game. I'm pretty sure they were. In fact, another reason for me to go back and play Arceus again is because I'd like to get a second... what's the little pink one? It's like the little sister of the other ones. It's like the little sister of Thunderous and Tornadus and all that. What is it called again? I always forget. But it's the little pink one. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a little pink one. She's got like a little heart on her head. It's really goofy. I think it's called... Oh, Enamorous. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Enamorous. The little pink one. I actually have it here in this game. I wouldn't mind getting another one of those. If anything, just so I could trade it for something else. No, not Jigglypuff. Where is it? I know I have it in here. Oh, wait. I think I just passed it. Or not, though. That's Blundress. No, not you. There it is. Look. It's Enamorous. Yeah, this little guy. Or girl, whatever. It doesn't... Oh, actually, it is a female. Yeah, there you go. And I named it Pink. Yeah, I'm going to keep Pink. Pink is staying with me forever. But I'd like to get a second one just so I could use for trade bait. Maybe somebody will want it and they'll give me the Volcanion I've been waiting for all this time. I was hoping that Volcanion would be on that Dynamax list, but it's not. I was like, now that I'm thinking about it, that's the one. That's probably the one Pokemon that's not on there that I still haven't gotten that I really, really want. Oh, one other thing that I noticed in the Dynamax raids that you could potentially get, and this is a non-legendary, that's why it wasn't on the list I mentioned earlier, but you could actually get a Surfing Pikachu. Yeah, the Surfing Pikachu is there. And I didn't even realize it until it started popping up. In fact, I saw it in all the Dynamax adventures I did. I think I did like 10. And I saw it probably 3 times. I didn't catch it, though. It was just kind of there. And then I thought about it, and I was like, right, somebody was asking me for one of these. Because I know when I showed mine months and months ago, somebody was like, dude, I want that Surfing Pikachu. And I'm like, I only have one. But I think next time I'll try to catch it. The only bad thing is if I do catch it, and then I move on to the Legendary, and it's a Legendary that I need, obviously I'm going to keep the Legendary over the Surfing Raichu. Did I say Surfing Pikachu earlier? I apologize, I meant Surfing Raichu. Sorry. But yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody would like to have it. Okay, so what's... I guess we're still doing the same Tera raids. Let me see what we got here. Let's see if I can locate my 6-star. And we'll see if we can go and grab a raid right next to it. Up here? No. No, nothing here. I guess over in the mountain? Okay, where is my 6-star? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's an icy boy. Let's go take a look at it. Sorry, getting a little drink right there. I talked so much last weekend on the raid. I am online. I made sure to do that. I am online. I talked so much last week that after the stream, I started losing my voice. So I need to be a little careful. Oh. This would actually be... Well, this wouldn't be too bad. It's a Mandibuzz. So it's normally flying and dark, I believe. And then it's an ice type. So we could probably just take a fire guy in there. Yeah, I could probably just take a fire boy in there. Do we want to do this one now, or do we want to do like a warm-up? I'll leave that up to you guys, because I know sometimes y'all are like, let's go, 6-star! And I'm like, nah, let's do a warm-up, and somebody's always like, no, man, 6-star, let's go! Now you're ready? Dre needs to get himself a Switch, man. Actually, you know, pause that. I almost want to say get a Switch, but I know that the new Nintendo console's not that far off. So, I don't know. I still really, really want to know if the physical cartridges are going to be backwards compatible. I'm going to be really bummed if they're not. It's not a Switch Pro 2 because there was never a Switch Pro 1. Yeah, there was never a Switch Pro. And there's never going to be a Switch Pro. Even the updated version of the Switch is, for all intents and purposes, the exact same hardware. The only difference is it has an OLED screen. Yeah, it's the screen's a tiny bit bigger, and it's OLED. Oh, crap, I didn't want to touch that guy. So yeah, there was no Switch Pro. And I know for years people were like, oh, they're announcing the Switch Pro, and everybody else was like, no, they're not. It's Nintendo, man. They're never going to give us what we want. And sure enough, they never did. So this next iteration, I don't even know if they're going to call it a Switch or a Switch 2. That's just what people are calling it. It's not been announced what it is actually going to be called. All right, so we got a fighter boy who's normally fighting in water, and he's dark. So, probably a fighting type. Switch 2 could be like the Wii U. I know, right? It feels like sometimes with consoles and Nintendo, every other console is kind of eh. Like it's not terrible, but it's also not great. They've been kind of going back and forth on that stuff for a little while. Like, because they had, like, the N64, which was really good, and then they had the GameCube, which, it wasn't terrible. In fact, I knew several people that had the GameCube, but it just really wasn't that popular. You know, it wasn't like the gotta-have console at that point, because when you think about it, when it came out, that was during, like, the PlayStation 2 heyday. So everybody was playing PlayStation 2, and then the Xbox came out, so everybody else that didn't have PlayStation 2 was getting the Xbox. And so the GameCube was kind of like, eh. And then after GameCube, what did we get after GameCube? We got the Wii. The Nintendo Wii was huge. Excellent console. I still have one. It's put away, but I have it. Excellent console. And then the Wii U came out. And that console was, again, not... It wasn't bad, but there wasn't really anything spectacular about it. It was just kind of eh. And when you compare that to what else was being offered out there, what was it, the PS3, the PS4, and I think what was it, one of the Xboxes. I don't even know which one is the newest Xbox anymore. All the names are stupid. I don't know what's what. Yeah, Hammer got a Switch for $50. He got a freaking steal, man. Rest of us are over here dropping 300 on ours, and he got one for 50. That's it. Yeah, it was used, but I mean, dude, seriously, if somebody offered me a used Switch for $50, I would absolutely take it. I don't even need a Switch. I'd be like, dude, $50, I'll take it, because I know I could just turn around and sell it for like 100, 125. That is the one good thing about a lot of these older consoles, though, from Nintendo, is that even as they age, because Nintendo has so many exclusives, those old consoles still hold their value. They don't get cheap. They may not necessarily get super expensive really fast, but they at least maintain their resale value. Like if you go and try to, like, for a while I'd been trying to get a used Nintendo Wii, and the cheapest, like dirt cheapest one I found was like $75 on eBay. I wasn't trying to find local or anything, just, and even that little system for $75 didn't include any controllers. It didn't include any of the cables or anything. It was just the console. That's it. No games, no nothing, just the working console. So I would still have to go and buy at least one controller and, the power cable and the little thingy so it does the motion censoring and all that. I would still have to go get all that. And Nox is like, what the hell? I know you're laughing about that, Nox, but what Dre just said is actually not that far from the truth. If you're not aware, Detroit had a major issue. I don't know how it is now, but I know several years ago they had an issue where people were literally just abandoning their houses because they simply couldn't afford it. They got behind on property taxes. They were going to repossess it. The bank was going to repossess it, stuff like that. And so people were literally just leaving their homes, and the homes would just be there. And even if they got foreclosed on, even the banks were like, well, we don't really want this either because that neighborhood is not good, and the property is falling apart. And it's like, well, and so basically all those houses kind of fell into disrepair, and suddenly they were just left those houses on the city, and the city was like, well, we have all these empty houses that can be fixed up. What do we do with them? Because again, the areas where they were located just weren't really that nice. They weren't good. A lot of them had problems with crime and drug use, and and most people don't want to live in areas like that. And so after a while, they just said, well, we got to get rid of these houses. We can't just have them here on the books. What do we do with them? Do we just bulldoze the properties and reclaim the land, or do we actually try to sell some of these? And so what they ended up doing, as a way to help revitalize some of those neighborhoods that were getting like abandoned, they started essentially, for all intents and purposes, giving the houses away. Like you could literally buy a house there for, no joke, like $100, and it's yours. The title is yours and everything. And at first people were like, whoa, $100 for a house, are you serious? But again, when you take into account that the houses were old, they were run down, they were not in good areas, you have to take that into account too. Like there have been many a meme about houses in Detroit where weird stuff would happen. Like there's this one meme, I think you could still find it online, where somebody in Detroit, they had their own house, but it was in an area that wasn't that great, and they had something stolen from them that you just wouldn't really expect to get stolen from a house. No joke, they stole their front porch. Somebody went and stole the front steps that led up to the house, which for all intents and purposes, I guess, is the porch. Basically that giant, kind of concrete slab that has steps on it that leads into some smaller houses. Somebody went and stole that from in front of somebody's house. And I remember they talked to the owner. The owner comes out because they're going to go to work. They open the door and they're about to step out and then realize, oh my god, there are no steps there, and they almost fall out. They back away. And they're like, what in the world is this? Somebody had stolen the steps. And I'm like, are you serious? It was pretty funny. What makes it better is that it's legit. It's not one of those things that you can just make up. Because if you make it up, it sounds funny, but for it to be real makes it even funnier. And I'm guessing, I am 99.999% sure that whoever stole it did it as a gag. It had to be as a gag. Because why would you take that? It is the dumbest thing. It's like, why on earth would you even consider taking somebody's front porch? So it had to be as a gag. But still. I never heard, later on through the story if they actually got the porch back or the steps back, but it was pretty hilarious. It was like, I mean, yeah, I feel bad for them because they had something stolen from them, but it's like, come on. Usually somebody, their car will get stolen, or maybe somebody's lawnmower will get stolen out of the garage, stuff like that. Or, I've even heard of an entire swing set getting stolen from somebody's backyard because it wasn't like, bolted down. But steps is just kind of nuts. It's like, what's with the steps? Why would you steal steps? I'm choosing Miraidon, and I actually did take the time and I retrained Miraidon. So my Miraidon is much, much better trained and stronger now. So here we go. But yeah, that's Detroit, man. There are some funny things, but there are also some terrible things. There is still a lot of crime there. It's not as bad as it used to be, but there is still a lot of crime, a lot of drugs, a lot of guns, gang activity, stuff like that in certain areas. You gotta have an air tag on those steps. I imagine it'd be a hassle recharging that stupid thing every, couple of weeks or whatever. You need a good battle, Miraidon. I'm actually surprised. Well, maybe not. I was going to say, I'm actually surprised that the hackers or the Jenners haven't been doing Miraidon and Koraidon via surprise trade. One, because obviously it's a very popular Pokemon. And two, because a lot of people still need them. People like me that don't buy both versions of the game just to get a single Pokemon. It does, to me that doesn't make sense. But yeah, a lot of people still want them. But then when I think about it, going again, because I had recently gone back to Sword and Shield, I just now realized that of all the genned Pokemon that I would get via surprise trade in Sword and Shield, not a single time did I ever get a genned Zacian or Zamazenta. So I guess maybe to try and escape the ire of Nintendo, they just stay away from those particular Pokemon. It's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, so they didn't do Zacian or Zamazenta in Sword and Shield, so maybe they're doing the same thing here. They're not doing Miraidon and Koraidon. Because I imagine if a bunch of illegitimate Miraidon and Koraidon started going around, Nintendo would get a little angry. Because, again, part of the reason that people buy, the 2-pack of these games is to get both of the legendaries. And if you start giving away both of those legendaries, that's going to take money out of Nintendo's pocket, and they're going to get pretty mad about that. I guess we're going just with 2, man. There's only a couple of us here this morning. It's still pretty early. It's like, what is it? It's 9:30. I imagine it'll get a little busier about 10 or so. I still don't have a shiny Bellibolt. I really want to get one. Nintendo started as a card game company. Yes, they did, many, many years ago. They actually sold a ton of stuff when they first got started. They got started like in the late 1800s. And they sold a bunch of stuff. Not just cards. And it was pretty funny too, because even back in their card days, when they were selling playing cards, like for poker and stuff, they were doing it sort of illegitimately. Because at that time in Japan, poker cards were associated with gambling, and it was illegal to gamble. And so the only people, or the only way that Nintendo could get away with actually selling the cards is they they wouldn't like bulk make and prepare like decks of cards to just sell. They would sell the cards individually, and each of them was unique. And so because each card was unique, they got away with doing that by saying, well, these are collectibles, these are works of art. What people do with these cards after that, obviously we have no control over. And so the government was like, okay, fine. And so that's how they got to sell a lot of their cards. And the biggest buyer of their cards turned out to be the Yakuza, which are the legendary, or infamous, however you want to say, Japanese gangsters. And so a lot of their cards ended up in places like brothels and little kind of shady clubs. And the Yakuza would buy a majority of them. But yeah, that's how they got away with it for years. Not only that, but they made some other stuff too. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. I want to say they made stuff like napkins. Maybe some like flatware. They made a bunch of other different stuff. They also got into making toys as well back in like I think the 1950s and 60s. They were making toys. Hey, a Mystica. In fact, I think it was one of the big toys that was very successful for them. Was that little Reachy claw arm thing? I don't know if you all know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's basically one of those retractable arms where you hold it in your hand and there's like a little trigger that you pull, and when you pull it, the arm extends and it goes and it can like grab something like, you know, across the table, you know, that kind of thing. It's like a little extendable arm. And people loved those, and they made Nintendo a crap ton of money. So that's when they started getting into toys. Yeah, I actually watched a documentary about Nintendo. I don't remember everything that was in the documentary, but I do remember those few things. Yeah, y'all gotta remember, I'm a big documentary buff. I watch all kinds of documentaries. Okay, Nintendo did that. Yeah, Nintendo did all kinds of good stuff, man. Before they were doing video games, they were doing all sorts of stuff. They were doing playing cards, they were doing toys. Heck. If you're curious, I can actually go look it up. List of things Nintendo has made. List of items Nintendo sold before video games. Okay, this might not be the best thing, but we'll see here. Oh, here we go. This is actually a pretty decent list. Yeah, there's a bunch of toys here. Yeah, Nintendo no Yakuban. I don't know what that is. Punch Race, Table Soccer. I guess these are games, but they're like tabletop games. Something called Time Bomb, 15 game My Car Race, new coaster game, Rabbit Coaster game, Transceiver Champion. Yeah, this is all in the 1960s. Picture Cutter, Marble, Twister game. Oh, so they made a Twister-like game. Okay. Candy Machine, Dynamic Soccer. This is a weird list. Yeah, all kinds of different stuff that they made. This is a lot of toys, it looks like. Tiratori, Ultra Machine DX. Oh, they did make a few arcade games too. Okay. Laser Clay Shooting System, Mini Laser Clay, Wild Gunman. Oh, so before Wild Gunman was like an actual video game you could play for the NES, it was something you could actually play at an arcade. You'll trade me a Cartana? Only if it's legit. I'll only take the Cartana if it's legit. Yeah, because an illegitimate one, I'll just kind of like... I mean, it'd be nice to get the entry in the Pokédex for the Cartana, but I would really like one that I could, you know, hold on to and potentially play in the future. It is? The game I'm walk. What? What is the game I'm walk? I don't know what that is. I'm slowly making my way back to the 6-star. It's over here somewhere. Real walk. Waka waka waka. The Game and Watch. Oh, you mean like the watch games? Oh, that's right. I think they made some of those old I forget what they were called. I remember seeing them back in the 80s. I was very, very young though. So I kind of have like a blurry memory of what they were, but they were like these little handheld game units that they didn't have like a real screen. They were basically just kind of like these light up frames. It was really, really, yeah. They were most famously made by a company called Tiger. But I think Nintendo also made some of those as well. I wonder what they were actually called. Let me see. Tiger handheld games. Yeah, because some of those old Tiger games, like if you have the actual old ones from the, I think it was like late 70s and into the 80s, some of those actually sell for quite a bit of money if they're in good working order. Yeah, here we go. They had like football, they had basketball, skeet shooting, and then in the 90s you got some, like here's one called The Lion King. You also had one from called Sonic 3. There's all sorts of these things. They were actually kind of neat at the time. I always thought they were kind of eh. Like they were like a neat little novelty, but I never really thought of them as like legitimate video games. Because they're not real video games, because the screen isn't, it's not like a screen like a modern television or anything like that. It's not, yeah, it was never that. And the character on that screen, quote unquote, wouldn't really move. It would just, it had it animated through the screen, and each time that you moved within the game, a different part of the screen would light up. And so it kind of gave the illusion that the character was moving, but it just looks so bad. Even when I was a kid, I remember looking at that thinking, God, that looks terrible. But of course, a couple of my friends had them, and they were always playing them, and like, yeah, this is so fun. And I'm like, it didn't look that fun to me. You need help getting Giratina in Sword and Shield? Giratina is one that I've actually not gotten in Sword and Shield yet. I have not gotten it yet. Because if I remember correctly, the way they work it out in Sword and Shield is you can face the legendaries multiple times, but you can only catch them once per save. So, like, if you were to go through and get all, like, catch all of them once, you could then wipe the save and start over from the very beginning and then go get them again, but most people probably wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, Giratina I've actually not faced in Sword and Shield. The Giratina that I have, or the two Giratinas I have, one of them was given to me, and the other one I got in Pokemon Arceus. So those are the two Giratinas that I have. And even then with the Dynamax Adventures, I don't think you can, I mean, because you can go online and pull in like random people to play with you in the Dynamax Adventures. I don't know, can we do teams? Like, can we pre-form a team and then go in there? Because if we can do that, I don't mind popping in Sword and going in there. I just don't know if it's possible because I've never done it. Yeah, if you could pre-form a team and then just, pull in a couple of pugs to fill it out, I have no problem doing that. Yeah, in fact, I have Sword right here in my hand. Little cartridge. Speaking of cartridges, I ordered for review. It's a review item. I ordered one of those little cartridge holders for Nintendo Switch. And it's supposed to hold like 36 games, and it also has Pokemon all over it. Unlicensed, I'm sure. But yeah, it should be. In fact, I don't even. Is it supposed to be here like Monday? Let me see. What's arriving today? I only have like 2 things arriving today. Let me see. Okay, so I do actually have something else for the Nintendo Switch arriving today. It's like this little wall mount where you can like basically put the Nintendo, and it's got a little thing there where you can store the game slots and then the Joy-Cons and stuff. Let me see. So I've got that arriving today. I've got a hat arriving today. Oh yeah, it is arriving today. Yeah, it's like this little. I'll show it to you guys. I'll take some pictures of it and probably put it in Discord. But yeah, that's arriving today. So it's 3 items arriving today. I think it's just those 3. Some stuff was supposedly put in for requisition like a month ago at this point, and they've still not even shipped some of these items. So I've got a bunch of items that are in my queue that every now and then Amazon will be like, hey, can you hurry up and review this? And I'm like, dude, it's not here. I can't review it if it's not here. Because they always send those little nice little reminders. Hey, we see this as, you know, you requested this item a month ago. Can you go ahead and review that for us now? And right back, and I'm like, dude, it's not here. You can see yourself. It's not been shipped. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, I can't review it if I don't have it. Really? Again, just 2 of us? Man, it is a quiet morning. Bruh, I'm in Twitch chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see any Twitch chat coming over. Yeah, I've only got Nintendo chat open. I don't see any of it crossing over. You want to... Oh, you want into this one? Can I back out of this? I don't think I can. Crap, I've already readied up. We still have the other 6-star, though. Let me open up my Twitch chat. That shows you how much I care about Twitch. I'm sorry. No, I'll open it up. I'll open up my restream chat, because that's where I see it. Okay. So, there we go. Oh, now I see some of your stuff coming in. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Travis. I didn't have my restream chat open. Because it's pretty rare that I get people over on Twitch. You know that. Now the stuff is coming through. Okay. There it is. Ah! I put my controller on the desk and it starts shaking. Freak me out. You prefer Twitch for streams, prefer YouTube for videos? Yeah, I get that. I'm sorry, I just forgot to open up the restream chat. You'll very rarely catch me in YouTube stream. Yeah. Again, I've said it many times before. That's really the only reason that I even still stream to Twitch, because every now and then I'll get somebody that just prefers Twitch for streams, and so there you go. Even though I think it says that I have something like 300 followers over on Twitch, I think for every stream that I do, I get maybe 4 or 5 people that show up. Maybe. Hey, Glitch Guardian. What is going on? 451? Oh, wow, I have more than I thought. I think what happens, though, is a lot of those people are probably from back in my Duel Links days. And they probably subscribed and either just don't bother to or not subscribe, but they followed. They chose not to unfollow, or some of those accounts are just abandoned. Speaking of abandoned accounts, Google is starting to delete accounts. I don't know if you guys heard about that. But Google is and I'm not kidding, this is actually true. Google is going back and they're starting to delete accounts now. But the good news is, if it's an account that you use regularly, then you don't have to worry about anything. The whole thing that they're going through is it's mostly about email, because a lot of times people will start Gmail accounts. Like if they get like a new phone or something, they'll start a Gmail account. But then once they get rid of that phone, they won't even bother to move that same Gmail account over to their new phone. They just start a new one. And so now you've got this Gmail account that is never being used, that's just sitting there. So what they're doing is a lot of those old accounts that haven't been touched in literally years, they are sending emails, excuse me, they're sending emails to all those accounts saying, hey, we're going to start deleting accounts that have not been used in a number of years. If you still use this account, all you literally have to do is just send an email. That's it. If you send an email from the account to anybody, then it will immediately remove it from being marked for deletion. And they're giving people 6 months to do that. So basically, I think it was they announced this, I want to say in September. So 6 months from September. And they will continue to send out these reminder emails until, you know, they sense or until they detect that that email address has been used. So you're getting a ton of time. If there's an old email address out there that you maybe want to go back and try and grab or use again, you want to go do it now. Use the same Gmail for everything. I do too. I use pretty much the same one. So I don't have to worry about my stuff getting deleted. But again, some people out there, you may, because there are accounts out there, because these aren't just Gmail accounts that are being deleted. Remember how Google works. Google will use the same account for stuff like Gmail, for YouTube, for Google Docs, for Google Photos, Google Drive. It's all attached. And so some of those old accounts probably have things like old photos, you know, maybe some old video that somebody may want to go back and try to retrieve. So, you know, they, again, like I said, they made a huge announcement. So if you have an old account like that you think you might have photos or something on, or old videos, something you may want to, you know, you may want to save, then yeah, I'd suggest you go and check those old Gmail accounts. Wow, how's this thing not dead? This thing should be dead. Why is it not dead? There it goes. I'll leave after we get my Giratina. Oh, well then we're never getting the Giratina. You're an example of one from the Duel Links days? I think I remember you from Duel Links. I think. It's been a while. I'm sorry, but yeah. Nox is like, come on, bro. I really want to get... Well, see, that's the thing, though. Oh, wow. That was some good rewards. Mystica and 2 bottle caps. See, the thing about Dynamax Adventures is, again, it doesn't tell you when you get into one of the dungeons, because you have to face a total of 4 Pokemon. You got your 3 kind of, you know, lower tier Pokemon, and then you've got the legendary at the end. And when you get into that dungeon, it doesn't tell you what the final Pokemon's going to be. It doesn't tell you until you are actually there ready to fight it. And then it tells you which one it is. So, just because we get into a Dynamax adventure doesn't mean we're going to get the Giratina. Because think of it. All this time I'd been doing these Dynamax adventures, I never even realized that I had to get Necrozma in order to move the quest along. And all the various Dynamax adventures that I've done, not just this week, but even when I was playing it from before, not a single time have I ever gotten Necrozma. Not once. So it can be kind of hard to get the particular Pokemon that you're looking for. It's like a crapshoot. You can change that. You can go for a specific target just by saving the map. That's a little different. Because you can, like, say for instance, if you go in there and... What's the wording I'm looking for here? If you go in there and you fail, like, for example, I mentioned earlier how I had tried to face Reshiram several times on my own but couldn't beat it. So it let me save Reshiram. So I could go back and I could fight it as many times as I wanted to. That's one thing, but you still have to initially encounter it. You can't just pick it out of a list. Yeah, you still have to encounter it randomly, and then if you don't beat it, you can go back and face it again. Oh, this is the... Do you all want to do this one? Does anybody still need theirs? Peonia can also give it to you. Yeah, she sometimes does. I talk to her every now and then. I know Oh, you have that for your Giratina. Oh, okay, so you've just not beaten it. Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, we could probably go do that. So does anybody still need their Samurott? I don't think anybody does. At least none of my regulars. If you still need it, we can still go do it. Because I figure, let's go... I want to do the 6 stars and the Samurott if needed. And then if you'd like, I can pop in Sword and we can go try to get that Giratina. Unless you all want to do the Giratina right now. How many more besides Nox wants to do the Giratina? Because if you guys want to come and help with the Giratina, that's cool too. Because again, you have to remember, in those Dynamax adventures, you don't get to bring your own Pokemon. You basically get a very tiny selection of Pokemon to pick. And you just kind of pick whichever one you think may work best. Let's see. Oh, Nox, you still need it? Okay. So you still need your Samurott. Okay. Do y'all want to do the Samurott now, or do you want to do this other 6-star? Because I've got a 6-star Poison here we can do. Or do you want to do the Samurott? We'll put it to a vote. Oh, Dark needs the Samurott. Well, I'm right here. Yeah, I don't even have to travel. I mean, my Samurott's right here. I'm trying to remember, what did we use for Samurott last week? Travis, all of your chat moves over here now. So if you want to stay on Twitch, you can. Does Maridon... Oh, that's right. We were using Maridon for this, weren't we? Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll bring Maridon then. Yeah, we had like 2 Maridons, and then we had 1 supporter, and then like a random. So I guess we'll use Maridon. But I was going to say, Travis, if you actually want to stay over on Twitch, you can. Because now that I've opened up my restream chat, all of your Twitch chats, or the chats that you post over on Twitch, are now crossing over into YouTube. So other people can see them too. Not just me. Thank you for the sub. Actually, dude, speaking... And I just remember, the reason why I brought up that whole thing with accounts getting deleted is because I noticed that slowly but surely I'm actually losing subs. Like, if you haven't... I know some of y'all probably don't care, but I have to pay attention to it, obviously. Like, last week, I got up to, like, 2603 subs. And I was like, oh, cool, that's good. Now I'm down to, like, 2596. I lost, like, 7 subs. I'm like, yikes, man. And I'm doing all the same stuff I've done. So I guess people are just sick of me. They're like, I don't like this guy. He's boring. Well, Maridon already has electric terrain. So it's like... Like on my Maridon, he does it automatically, and then when it wears out, I can actually just do it again. But I guess if you want to bring another electric type, or if you want to bring like an Umbreon or something, that's fine. For when it runs out. Yeah, I have that too. I have electric terrain. I think I have... Well, actually, maybe I don't. No, I don't. I have Metal Sound. Yeah, I have Metal Sound. I have Charge. I have the crazy thing that he does, the flippy stuff, and then I have Parabolic Charge. Yeah, I forgot. I moved it. The Cinderace was your Galar starter. Mine was a Sobble, and he's now an Inteleon. I don't even remember which one he was anymore. Metal Sound, Calm Mind, Electro Drift, and Dragon Pulse. Yeah, my little dude is pretty much all electric. Really? Nobody else wants to jump in on this? Nobody? I'll give it to like a minute. Maybe somebody else will just hop in for no reason. I mean, this guy isn't terribly hard. It's just, you know... I kind of want to bring the Umbreon now. So that I could just support you. Where did you go, Hammer? To go get some food? Speaking of food, I want to go get a pizza today. I've just been craving like Little Caesars pizza. Yeah, 1 bot always instant defense. Cheers. Yeah. But yeah, I've been craving Little Caesars pizza. Oh, your sister called. I didn't know you had a sister. Well, I guess we're going in just the two of us. Another thing I did after last week's stream is I went and I retrained my my Umbrian a little bit. Because I think one of the stats that I had him trained in was speed. And I found that he doesn't really need it. Because when he was trained up in speed, his speed was like 356 or something. And I'm like, okay, that's a little too much. So I pulled some of that away. And I shifted those points into special attack. Because his special attack was very, very low. Because I made him more of just a defensive sort of supporter. But I've moved, like I said, I moved those speed stats over into special attack. So now, when he does attack, and he does occasionally attack because he has Snarl, it actually does a little bit more damage now. Yeah. You got a shiny Umbrian on Thanksgiving. Really? Did you name him Turkey? 5 sisters? Wow. I did not know that. That is a lot of sisters, man. Are they older, younger, or are you like the baby? I have... Oh, wow. Okay. I got absolutely nailed there. That hurt. Thank you for the heal. I needed that. Yeah, I have a single sister. And she's the baby. So, of course, me and my older brother, we've always looked out for her. But yeah, I have just the one sister. Ooh, he's lowering my speed. This guy's kind of kicking our butt, man. I think I need to just whack the crap out of it real quick so I can get a heal out of this. Oh, he put his shield up already. Oh, no. Please don't reset. Ugh. Wow. That was awful. I'm going to have to parabolic charge now. One of them is... Oh, it's your twin! I did not know you had a twin! That's cool. I heard it's actually... Oh, Travis died. Uh-oh. Is being a twin as awesome as they chalk it up to be, or is it kind of eh? I've known a couple of twins in my life. Well, I mean, a couple of pairs of twins. Not just... That sounded really stupid. But I've known a couple of pairs of twins. Like, I remember Sarah and Sophia from high school. They were twins. And I remember Sarah was the nice one. Sophia actually was a kind of a mean woman. Or a mean girl. We were in high school. And then... strangely enough, I forget their first names, but I remember their last names were Browning. Not Sarah and Sophia. This other set of twins, their last name was Browning, and I forget their first names. They were actually pretty nice. I remember they were really, really tall. Yeah, like each of them was like 6 feet tall. And they both played basketball. They were both into sports and stuff. They're actually really nice girls. I didn't really have any classes with them or anything, so yeah. We are super close, so she's pretty... Oh, that's cool. So, are you identical twins in that sense, or are you just fraternal twins? Because I know it's not common for you to be identical twins since y'all are different sexes, but I have heard that that's like a thing. Like you all, for all intents and purposes, are the same, you know, DNA-wise, but one just happens to be male, the other female. So you're fraternal twins. Okay, so you all don't really look much alike other than you look alike for, like, siblings. Okay. Yeah, I've known a couple of people that were like that, too. Like, I've known, like I said, those 2 pairs of identical twins, I've known them. And then I also have known other people that were fraternal twins. So they didn't look, you know, exactly alike like their twin. They just, you know, they look like siblings, basically. So there you go. You got your Samurott. I hope. I hope you remembered to catch it. He's like, oh no, I forgot to catch it. Okay, so am I gonna pop in sword? Is that what I'm doing now? Because I have no problem doing that. You did catch. Okay, cool. So let me grab sword. And give me a second while I switch over my cartridge. That's the only downside about cartridges, is that if I want to play the different game, I have to manually switch it. But I don't necessarily mind. And y'all can actually see it there on the screen when I switch it. There's one. Just leave it right there. Okay. All right, then. Let's see if we can team up for this. Like I said, I've never done teaming up for Dynamax Adventures, so I don't know exactly how that works. Do we have to be like on each other's friends lists, or how does that work out? Yep. See, I'm still here in the dungeon. So yeah, I was doing all sorts of stuff. We just need a code. Oh. Well, here, let me an 8-digit code. Hold on, let me check something real quick. I'm not going to start one here. Okay, so yes, please. You might know. Okay. Yeah, see, these are the ones that it's giving me the list for. Like, I don't even need the NTth Ho-Oh anymore, but hold on, let me see what it is. A bunch of ones. You're gonna get some random people going in there. Don't invite others. Is that what I'm looking for? No. Go back. This is not what I want. Oh, I can't. I didn't even go online. I'm an idiot. Hold on. You didn't give me time, dude. You gotta give me time to get online and everything. I completely forgot to go online. Yeah. That's why I looked at it. I was like, no, this is not what I want to do. Okay, so let's go online. So where would I put this? Would I put this under Link Battle? Or, again, like I said, I've never done this, guys. You all have to tell me how to do this. Do I have to talk to this lady again? Hey, Hustler. He needs a little help getting a Giratina. We just did Hisui and Samurott. We just did it, Hustle. Like, no joke, we did it, like, literally 5 minutes ago. I mean, we can do it again. It's just I'm helping him get his, get a Giratina here. Okay. So, again, you have to tell me what I'm doing here. Where do I need to push? Where do I need to go? Because, like I said, I've never done one with a teammate that I've known. I've only done with a bunch of randoms. Maybe I need to go over here and see this. Oh, look at all them lines. They're going up and down. Oh, yes, we need to check out those lines. Oh, yes, the data's very good. Yes. I'm still waiting for him to tell me what to do because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to do the little spinny thing. Here. Where do I put the link code in? I'm not kidding. I've never done this before. I don't know where to put this code in. Why and put the code in? Under Link Battle? Is that what I'm doing? Double battle, multi-battle? What is this? Okay, well, hold on. Talk to the lady. Okay, well, Okay, well, see, even you don't know. See, I don't know how to do this. See, again, I have no clue how I'm supposed to help you here. And apparently nobody knows how to do this. Because the last time I talked to the lady, it wouldn't let me enter a code. I'll talk to her again. Venture with friends to start. The host player must talk to the scientist of the max layer before hitting invite other options. They must press the opponent to choose the link code. Okay. And then where do I put the link code? Is it after I talk to her again? Now that I'm online? Let me see. Invite others, don't invite others, and quit. Those are the... Oh, here we go. Link code. All the way down there in the corner. It does not make it very obvious. Okay. So let's try this now. Oh. Well, it says invite others, so I guess this will just link us up. As you can see, it has my old name on there. Yeah, I don't use that name anymore. Okay, I think this is how it works. Yeah, we just share the link code. And now, yeah, I'm at communicating now, so... But still, I don't know if I'm the host, or because I imagine you would have to be the host. So does it have to be 4 people? Or can you not just do it with 2? Because previously I've done these with, either by myself or with 2 people or with 3 people or with a full team. Because if you only get like one other person, usually it just throws in a couple of NPCs so you can do it. Yeah, I've never had it where you have to have, 4 actual other human beings to do it. Well, I've got the link code in there, so I don't know what more you want me to do at this point. It's in there. My timer's already halfway done. So, what's the deal here, man? What are we doing? I can stop. Okay. There, I quit. Okay, so now what? You don't care about it? No? How can you not care about it? Well, I'm doing it. Yeah, I didn't come and do all this just to get back out of the game and not do anything. I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna go do one. Do you want in? If you want in, I'll bring you in. Who knows? We may actually get Giratina. You never know. If not, I'm just going to invite anybody. And then after I do this, I'll go back to Scarlet and Violet. No? Yes? No? Okay, fine. We're done. Alright, here we go. Okay, but no code? Yeah, I'm already ready. I've found with these adventures, these little Dynamax adventures, I either get a really great team or I get just an absolute terrible team. There's no in between. Like, another thing I've learned just in this past week, or I've at least remembered in this past week, is that anytime it's my turn to select a Pokemon to take on the adventure, I absolutely have to get the supporter, because almost nobody ever takes the supporting Pokemon. And so we're just a bunch of attackers getting our butts kicked, and nobody's healing us. So, yeah. Or, there have also been a couple of bad teams where I was on, where somebody took the supporter out from under me. Like, I was getting, like once there was a Chansey in there that had heals and stuff on it. So I was like, oh, I'll take the Chansey. I don't mind playing support. So they take the Chansey, and I'm like, okay, that's, oh, look, see, there you go. There's a Chansey right there. Yeah, they've got Heal Pulse, which is very, very useful. Oh, look, they took the Chansey. Are you serious? How is this possible? Dang it. I guess I'm gonna take the dog. Look, there's the surfing Raichu. God dang it. But I swear, if this person does not actually heal with this Chansey, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh man, both of these are terrible for my Lycanroc. Yeah, these are really bad. It doesn't really matter what I choose here, I guess. I definitely don't want to do water. Oh, are you serious? Of course they choose water. Of course they're like, yes, let's get the dog just murdered right now. Watch, I'm gonna get murdered, and that Chansey is not gonna heal me. I mean, that's like the Chansey's whole thing, is just to heal, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't even think my Howl would really do much here, because the Raichu and the Heliolisk, I don't think they do normal attacks. I mean, I'll do it, because nothing I use hits super effective anyway. I mean, maybe the Chansey, if they have a chance to actually do a regular attack, they can... Yeah, because don't they have... What is it? Double something? The good thing is that the Raichu and the Heliolisk both hit super effective, so... Ugh, freaking... Really? Earth Power? Ugh, that's gonna hurt if he hits me again. Hopefully that's the only time he attacks me. I'm not even gonna Dynamax, because it doesn't really make a difference here. No! Why are you helping handing me? Why are you helping handing me? That makes no sense. Why would you not do it for the Raichu? If you were going to target me, they should have just healed me. Oh my god, that thing got absolutely obliterated. This is so bad. This is the kind of crap I'm talking about, man. It's like, if you're going to take the Chansey, use it right. Come on, man. You can't possibly be this bad. This match should be over. If they would have helping hand either the Heliolisk or the Raichu, it'd be over. Ugh. Okay, is this the Raichu? Well, either one, it should kill it automatically. Yeah, it is the Raichu. Look at that little Raichu. Little surfer boy. Yeah, if he attacks here, it should be over. Oh, I guess I'm faster. Yeah, okay, thankfully. Oh, good. Ugh. And it stinks because I'm 99% sure now that the person running the Chansey is going to replace it. Watch, they're going to dump the Chansey and they're going to go for something else, which again is a huge mistake. When you get something like a Chansey, you need to hold on to it as long as possible and keep it alive. Because it just benefits the team so much. And they're just not playing it right. It's only been one match. I'll try to stop being such a negative Nancy here. Okay. So please, for the love of God, do not... Actually, I think I might actually take that Palatoad. I kind of want to take it just so they don't get rid of their Chansey. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm going to make them keep that Chansey. Ooh, ground. Please, let's go ground. Oh, I would absolutely annihilate that ground. Oh my god. I mean, I understand why we're going water, though. I just really wanted to go ground. Just so I could show off a little. But I get why we're going water. We have 2 electrics. Okay, that makes sense. I'll just try to keep myself alive here. Okay, Chansey. All you have to do, Chansey, just do helping hand on either of the electric users. That's all you have to do here. Oh, actually, they may not be able to. This is a whiz cache. How much you want to bet it has lightning rod? Oh, if this thing has lightning rod, we're in trouble. Oh, I have helping hand. Awesome. Okay, I'm doing the right shoe. I just hope it doesn't have lightning rod. If it does, we're in serious trouble. There we go. Okay. 50 bucks. I think... Oh, okay. You know, the two electric users might know that it has lightning rod. That's why they're not hitting it with electric moves. Yeah, they may already know. That's good. Light screen. That's actually not bad. Okay, light screen makes sense. I'm just going to keep doing helping hands. That's probably my most effective thing I can do here. Just want to keep pumping up this Raichu. Why are Pokemon so big? This is Sword! You've seen me play this before. I didn't stream it that much, but I know you've seen it. Oh gosh, please don't hit me. Oh wow, that thing really wants that Chansey dead. Poor Chansey's just getting obliterated here. We've already got 2 deaths and we haven't even gotten past the second Pokemon. This is not good. This is really not good. I'm not going to Dynamax. Because I wouldn't really benefit the team. Yeah, you don't want 2 deaths this early. You really don't. I've gone through the whole thing and not had a single death from anybody. So to see 2 deaths this early just kind of sucks. Although the first death, can't really blame the Chansey user because it was a one-shot. Yeah, that just sort of, yeah. Can't really get mad at them for that. I'll just get mad at them for using Chansey poorly. Alright, Raichu. I'm going back to you again, buddy. Yeah, after I do this Dynamax adventure, which we may not even get to the last guy here, because it's going poorly. But after we do this... Oh, good, he's Dynamaxing. After we get through this, I'll go back to Scarlet and Violet. Because I know... was it Hustle? Hustle was saying that they still needed their Samurott. So we're going to go see if we can help them get the Samurott. Because we actually just... It was kind of sad, too. If you just got here. Hustler showed up literally like minutes after we finished the Samurott raid. And he was like, yeah, I still need Samurott. We're like, oh, dude. No. But yeah, we'll help you out. We were able to do it with just 2 of the, whatchamacallits, Miraidons. I gotta hand it to the Raichu and the Heliolisk users. They're actually doing an excellent job. They're doing really, really well. Yeah, they're doing all the right stuff. Yeah, Heliolisk doing that mud... What is it, Mud Slap he's using? Yeah, they're doing all the good stuff here. He's doing Mud Slap, Raichu's doing the psychic stuff to avoid the... I don't know if that move was good. He should have done the psychic type thingy. Let's see, what's the chance he's gonna do here? What? Why would you do that? What are you doing? What is happening here? The Chansey just healed the baddie. I'm telling you guys, you can't make this stuff up, man. He's literally healing what we're trying to kill. I don't think they have any idea how to use Chansey. They have no clue. They probably thought Heal Pulse was going to target us. They have no idea what they're doing with this Chansey. They should have never chosen that Pokemon. This thing should be dead right now. But this stupid Chansey user, man. God. I mean, Chansey has like one attack, and it's not even doing that. It's like, just use attack, man, or read the moves. You have 45 seconds. Yeah, look, you can literally go in here and read the moves. That's all you gotta do. My God, dude. This is so bad. Oh, thank God it's over. I kind of want the Whiscash now. I think the Palatoad's actually not bad, though. The Helping Hand is going to be very useful. So I'm going to hold him for now. I'm not taking the Whiscash. Although, I probably wouldn't blame the Heliolisk for taking the Whiscash, though. I hope they keep the Raichu. The Raichu's very useful. The Chansey user, I have no clue. I don't think they would do well with it, with any Pokemon at this point. But again, they're not even doing what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Yeah, let the Heliolisk user take the Whiscash. There we go. Excellent. Okay, where are we going now? Normal or electric? I kind of want to do normal. But I wouldn't blame them. Well, no, we don't want to... Yeah, we really don't want to do electric. There we go. Excellent. Good job. Yeah, because the electric wouldn't really benefit us here. It might. Did you all see what ability that Whiscash had? I didn't even bother looking at it. I didn't know if it actually had Lightning Rod. Ooh, a Diggersby. This guy could be useful. He could be a useful catch. My Drizzle is going to help out that Whiscash. So I think I'm probably going to pump the Whiscash here. Although I am getting a little... I've only used it 7 times. Oh, wait, I have Liquidation. I'll do this. I'll pump the Whiscash right now, and then next turn, if somebody doesn't Dynamax here, I'll Dynamax, and then I'll hit him with my water moves. Give me a little chance to shine here. It also targeted the Whiscash. That happens. I don't blame the Chansey for that one. That actually wasn't the Chansey's fault. Oh, oh, I thought he was using Dig. Ooh, wow, that hurt. Okay, now for the love of God, Chansey, next turn, please heal that Whiscash. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't they have Life Dew? They had a healing move. Okay, we're gonna Max Geyser this guy. Or the Chansey could Helping Hand me. If they Helping Hand me, we should take like half its health here. Either one of those I would agree with. Although I kind of want them to help the Whiscash instead, because we really cannot afford another death. I also didn't realize how low on health I was. Oh. Really? Man, that stinks. That's 3 deaths now. There's no way we're gonna beat the final one. We might not even get past this guy. Oh! Are you serious? He has a sliver of health. Yeah, we're whatever we okay. If I think we should get past this guy now because we should go first. But I seriously doubt we're going to defeat the legendary. There's no way. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. That was just so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. I think I'm gonna go with the Wizcash. Yeah, that was. Well, I will say this. Yeah, the Chansey user was not good, but the 2 deaths that they suffered. In fact, let me see. They actually accounted for 3 deaths, didn't they? 2 of the deaths that they suffered were not really their fault, in the sense that they were one-shots. You can't. I mean, there's really nothing you can do about a one-shot other than prepare beforehand. Oh well. Okay, so let's close this game and let's bring back Violet. But at least now you all know exactly what I've been dealing with. Sometimes you just get those teams that people do weird stuff, man. People do really weird stuff. They just... I don't... It's kind of... It makes me think of trading cards and trading card games. It's like an old... Well, it's become an old trope in trading card games where people won't read the cards. And I'm not trying to act like I've never done that before. Especially with, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, you guys probably know what I'm talking about if you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of those cards have, like, paragraphs of stuff on them. And it's like, dude, do I really want to sit there and read that whole thing? And so people don't read it. However, I think it's far easier to read a Pokemon attack than it is to read, you know, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. And I think that's kind of what happened there. Is the person picked the Chansey but didn't really know what to do with it and didn't even bother to read the moveset or what they did. Because why else would you use Hill Pulse at a time like that? Why would you do that? Unless you'd have no idea what you're doing. Alright, so where's Hustle? Is he still here? You go. Are you serious? You got it already? Well, I came back to this game for no reason then. I didn't even realize Miraidon did this. He'll spin around so long and then he'll just stop on his own and be like, stop it! Hello, Aaron. Or Aaron. Here, let's go check out this one. Since I'm over here in this area, I might as well go over here. What time is it? 10:30. We've only got a half hour. So if we're going to get some of these in, we need to get them in now. I think I've got maybe 3-4 raids left in me, and then I'm going to go watch some ball foot. Or hand egg. Whatever you want to call it. The footing of the ball. The kicking of the balls. Yeah. Oh, good. At least it's a 5-star. We've got an electric type for Link. So I guess we can bring a groundy boy in here. Do I want to bring the horse? Wasn't I training another ground Pokemon? I thought I was training up another ground. Well, I could bring Groudon. Where is Groudon? Is he back over here? Okay, really, where's my Groudon? There he is. All right, here we go. Yes, Aaron, you are welcome to join us as well, as long as your Pokemon are ready for this. Yeah, if they're not level 100, you probably don't want to do a 5-star. Probably be a little hard for you. See your PFP. What does PFP mean? Pickles for profit? What? Pickles for profit, man. Great, now I want a pickle. Profile pic. Oh, okay. Your avatar, you mean? Okay, I could... It's very, very tiny to me. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Oh, it's a shiny Koraidon. Neandles. Big Papa and Hawk. Yeah, we all have shiny Koraidons. Yeah, it's like a requirement in order to be able to watch this channel, you have to have a shiny Koraidon. Do you love it when they call you Big Papa? Do you put your hands in the air if you're a true player? Because I see some Pokemon tonight that should be having my baby. Baby. Okay, that sounds really weird. That sounds really weird. I guess I'll do some sword dance. Yeah, this guy's not going to last very long with all of us. This guy may be dead before I even have a chance to get a move off. I'm going to move on the second turn. Oh, he's going to reset, isn't he? Come on, let me get my move off. There we go. That surprisingly did not hit very hard. Yeah, usually my moves hit a little more hard than that. Especially after a sword dance. Hawk, you need to heal yourself, buddy. Actually, never mind. You may not even have to. He's almost dead. Even if you die, it's not a big deal. Yeah. There's a reset. It was either Groudon or the horse. I don't have to hell. Pokemon went from big to small. Yeah, they don't get giant here. They get shiny and crystally. Yeah, in the next game they're going to be Dynamax terrestrialized. So they're going to be giant and they're going to be terrestrialized as well. At what point do you think they're going to start reusing these? Kind of like how they did with the EX stuff, how they're reusing EX, but it's not EX. It's like it's EX, but it's little EX. It's really weird. You see rare candies, PP up, Kelpsy berries, lonely mint, more Kelpsy berries, and an adamant mint. Not bad. It's too much power. They probably thought that with Dynamax. Because some of those, they actually nerfed that Dynamax adventure that I went on that you saw a little bit ago. They actually nerfed it. It used to be much harder. Yeah, it used to be much, much harder. But it's been nerfed now. But when you do like the random Dynamax dungeons out in the world, they have their own version of the shield where it'll say the Pokemon's getting desperate, and then it will like pop up this weird little thing that it's not a shield, but it's like these like 3 to 5 or sometimes even more, sometimes 3 to 6 little blocks. Can you do a 6-star raid? I've already done the 6-star raids. Yeah, we did those fast. Yeah, that's another reason I don't like doing the 6-star raids quickly. Like, there have been like the last month or so when I first start the stream, somebody comes in, let's do the 6 stars. I'm like, no, we need to wait on that. And they're like, no, let's do 6 stars. That's the reason why I like to wait on doing the 6 stars, because there are always people that come in a little bit later and they want to do a 6-star, but now I don't have a 6-star. Now, if you happen to have a 6-star and you want to share the code with us, I will join and help out. Just let us know what Pokemon and what Tera type they are, and we can do that. So if you have a 6-star, I am more than happy to do those with you. Like I said, just tell us what Pokemon it is and what Tera type. Look at that hammer with the plug. Yes, that is my card store. I do have a physical card store that I sell physical cards in. And if you happen to play Pokemon or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! I would say Lorcana, but I literally only have a single Lorcana card left. But yeah, got a whole bunch of cards there. You're more than welcome to go and purchase whatever you like. Let's see. Let's usually over here there's a few. We got a bug over here, a ghosty boy. Let's go see what this bug is. Oh, I was going to ask Aaron, do you actually need the Samurott? Because we will help with the Samurott if you need it. Or at least I will. I hate it when I say that sometimes because I do not like speaking for other people. But most of the time, people that come to the stream, they're more than happy to help. You're going to go! All right. See you later, Hustle. I'm actually going to have to go here in about 20 minutes. Oh, good, another 5-star. Excellent. I like it when I don't have to go running around all the time. Ooh, he does ground moves though, too. Well, screw it. We'll just go fire. I don't care. I'm just gonna go fire. Oh, I know what I can do. I can bring this guy. Bring my camera up. You don't need the samurai? Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes people will just kind of hop in and they'll immediately ask, like, hey, I need the samurai. Can you help me? And we always help when we can. Thankfully, the Samurot's not very hard at all. In fact, with the right Pokemon, it's probably soloable. I'm sure there's a handful of people out there who've soloed it. Like with that Miraidon that I have, I could probably solo it because I could just keep healing myself. It would never be able to kill me. I don't know if y'all have noticed this. Well, at least for the people who have been watching the last few months. I pretty rarely use my legendaries. Like every now and then I'll break out a legendary, but for the most part I like using just the regular guys. Like, because I saw the Moltres and I was like, yeah, I guess I could have brought the Moltres, but... In fact, I think the Moltres... Isn't Moltres fire and flying, or is it just fire? I don't remember right off the top. Because if it's flying, there is a chance this Avalugg is going to pop you pretty hard. That's what I was saying. This Avalugg, I know he does ice moves, obviously. But I think he also has a ground move. So that's why I looked at that Regieleki and I was like, I don't know about the Regi. You ate a gummy edible with THC for the first time starting to trip. That's weird. Those edibles with THC generally don't make you trip. Yeah, I noticed you were using Regieleki. It shows it right there on screen. Yeah, the only edibles that should really make you trip, so to speak, should be the ones that have like acid in them. Yeah, the THC ones, as far as I know, and this is me never having had one of those gummy edibles. Uh, as far as I understand, it's kind of like smoking weed, isn't it? Isn't that how it is? And the few times that I've smoked weed in my life, I've never felt any sort of high, so I can't really relate to that. But I guess since it's eaten or since it's ingested, maybe it hits a little harder. Whereas you have to basically smoke the entire joint before you start feeling any sort of effects. I guess the gummy maybe hits a little harder. So maybe that's what it is. Yeah, that's another thing. When you eat one of those gummies, you're only supposed to eat like one. You're not supposed to have multiples. You just it's just one, and make sure you've got a day to just chill out. Because you don't want to leave or anything. You just want to hang out at home and that sort of thing. You were going crazy and you started seeing double? Yeah, I've heard of people who've taken THC products and gotten a little lightheaded. A little dizzy. That's not abnormal. And yeah, you don't actually you ate half? Only half of a gummy? Oh, well that's not very much at all. If that's your first time, that's probably the best thing to do though. Yeah, if you've never had any, just go with half. Yeah, because you don't want to take too much because then you'll really freak out. It's kind of like people who have never had edibles, but then they go and they eat a brownie, and they're morons. They won't eat. They'll even tell you, like, if you ever go to any of those shops that they have, like in Colorado and in some places in California, if you ever go to those shops and you buy an edible like a brownie, they'll tell you straight up, if you've never had this, you only want to eat like a quarter of it. You don't want to eat the whole thing, because if you eat the whole thing, you're gonna have a weird time. Yeah, only eat like like a quarter of that brownie. And on top of that, it usually takes about an hour for it to kick in. So yeah, you want to be real easy with that stuff. Uh-oh. Papa, you need to heal yourself, man. I just heard a heal. I heard somebody's heal. There you go. Good time for the heal. Well, it depends. The reason they say about an hour is because there have been several instances where people will take an ingestible, basically they'll eat an edible, and if it doesn't work in like 15 minutes, people will be like, "Oh, this is nothing, man," and they'll go and they'll eat more of it, which is not what you're supposed to do. So they always tell people, give it a good hour. But it really depends on your digestive system. Some people digest food faster than others. So if you have a faster digestive system, or if you've not eaten anything at all that day, like if your stomach is empty and you eat it, it's going to kick in much faster. But like, say for instance, if you've had a meal and you've had that meal and then you eat the gummy or you eat some of the brownie, it's going to take much longer for you to feel the effects, because your body has to process all that food first. So it really depends. It's Vasily. And as we all know, the GG means giggity goo. How is everyone? I'm actually a little hungry. Wow, 3 big pearls. A whole bunch of pearls there. And a bunch of candy. Yeah, I said earlier that I wanted to go get a Little Caesars pizza. I just get those hot and ready ones. You know, I found out too, because I was having that craving last week, and I hadn't had Little Caesars in like a decade at least. Like it'd been a long time since I had Little Caesars pizza. And then I looked online, and I realized, I was like, wow, as far as like fast food pizza joints, Little Caesars is actually the cheapest right now. Because even if you get something like from like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut, like the minimum price if you just like walk in and pick it up, it is like $8 in tax. Whereas Little Caesars is like $6.79 or something. Yeah, so it's actually cheaper, and on top of that, their pizza is actually pretty good. Because again, I've had Domino's, and Domino's is okay. It fills a void. Pizza Hut is awful. I don't know what happened to Pizza Hut. They just got really bad. Their pizza is just terrible. It's dry. It's greasy. It's just gross. But interestingly enough, Little Caesars pizza is actually pretty good. Like of all the pizza joints out there, and I mean more than just Pizza Hut and Domino's. I'm also talking like Papa John's and a few other places out there. Little Caesars, wow, my game just froze there for a minute. Little Caesars, their crust, I actually really like their crust. Because I'm one of those people that unless the crust is really, really good and worth eating, I won't eat it. Like, you know how, because you know how like on most pizzas you get to the crust end and then it's like, well, you can eat that, obviously it's bread. But some people just won't eat it. I'm one of those people. If it feels like it's empty calories, I won't even eat it. Ooh. So, huh. Oh, but it's fairy Tera type. Okay, so this would still work. Okay. So I guess we can go poison on this boy. Let's see, what poison? Well, I could just bring this guy. My Revavroom. I thought I trained up another poison. But yeah, the Little Caesars crust, I will actually eat that crust. It's very, very good. And it's not, I think the reason why it's so good is because it actually has texture and flavor to it, and it's not dry. It's kind of a chewy sort of crust too. Now, to be fair, it could just be that the local Domino's and the local Pizza Hut near me are just bad, like the management is bad, and they just don't have their people trained right, so the pizzas that they make are just really horrible. Because it is possible, like, if I were to go to, like, New York, well, nobody goes to New York and orders Domino's pizza. That's just sacrilege. If you go to New York and you order pizza, you're getting a local pizza. You're not getting Domino's. But if I were to go to like the East Coast, like a random city on the East Coast, and I were to order Domino's, I'm sure that pizza would probably taste a little bit different than the pizza that I get down here. Simply because, again, it's different people. They probably have different regional suppliers, that kind of stuff. I don't think my dog's ready, is he? Oh, I don't want to bring the Okie Dogie, though, because he's fighting type. Let's just go with the Revavroom. That's kind of a go-to choice right there. How do you have so much Pokemon? Just time. Really? Yeah, just over time you just manage to get them all. Because I've caught every Pokemon in the game. Well, with the exception of Koraidon, and that's because I don't have access to him. But all the other Pokemon, I have them all. And I generally like to keep at least one of them in my bag just to have it there. I have slowly been moving some of the basic Pokemon that I don't ever use over to Pokemon Home because they're just kind of taking up space because I never use them. But yeah, just catch at least one. And sometimes I'll actually have 2 or 3 of certain Pokemon, sometimes even 4. One of those, for example, would be Gastrodon. Because I have a Gastrodon, one that has Storm Drain, one that doesn't have Storm Drain, one that is based or has a moveset based on water, one that has a moveset based on ground, and then another one I think was for healing or for support. I forget exactly what I did with it. But yeah, those are the ones that that I have. I only usually lose. I usually only use 2 of them though. Favorite topping is chicken with barbecue sauce. I don't get that. I mean, because if you're just gonna have chicken and barbecue pizza, you might as well just get barbecue. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with barbecue chicken. It's fine. I'm not one of those people that just slathers my barbecue in sauce though. Like sauce is good for a little side, like, you know, put a little bit on it, you know, that's fine. But on a pizza, it's like barbecue sauce is taking place of the tomato sauce. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. It's your thing. I've tried barbecue chicken pizza. I did not like it. I just didn't like it. I was like, yeah, this doesn't taste right. If I'm gonna eat pizza, I want tomato sauce. I want a very good tomato sauce. I'm very much about the sauce. Let's see. Let's give him a poison jab. I'm trying to poison him. Clonk. And yeah, your Gigaton Hammer doesn't do much. We have a support Clefairy. Who's my favorite legendary? I really don't know. Yeah, I mentioned a little bit earlier. I think it was right before you got here, Vasily, but I tend not to really use my legendaries that much. I mean, I'll break them out every now and then, but I usually just kind of stick with the regular Pokemon. I really don't know. I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but one that I'm really after at this point, as far as legendary. And even then, I don't think he's really a legendary. He's like a sub-legendary, I think, like a mythical. That would be Volcanion. Yeah, I don't think Volcanion is legendary, is he? I think he's more like a mythic level Pokemon. Sort of like a Ting-Lu or like the fish. Yeah, how they're not really legendaries, but they're still a higher tier than your regular Pokemon. Like somewhere in the middle. Only aliens eat barbecue pizza. Yours is Giratina. Tina's okay. Tina has her uses. You're not from Mexico? Are you saying that Mexicans are aliens? What? What? Aliens don't land just in Mexico. They land everywhere. Yeah, can you imagine some aliens being up in space and they're like, hey, what country want to land in today? Well, let's go to Mexico, dude. They always have the best beer and they've got good food. Illegal aliens? Well, would an alien from space be illegal? I mean, in a technical sense, I guess. Because they, you know, whatever. Well, that's the thing. Whatever country they land in, I guess technically they're illegal. I wouldn't know about the beer. I don't drink. But the food, oh, heck yeah. The food in Mexico is just like, oh, it's so good. It's very heavy. It's very filling. And it's very heavy, but man, is it good. Yeah, if you go to Mexico and you go to a restaurant and you eat there, you're not going to pay very much for it. You can probably get a full meal, like a full-on, you know, big giant plate meal for like $5 or $6. And you'll get tortillas, you'll get tons of rice, beans, you'll get a bunch of meat. You know, whatever it is you order, they are going to give you a ton of it. Wow, 2 sours. Not bad. A couple of Gentle Mints, a nugget, and some candies. For the food and the Coke. You can buy Mexican Coke. And I mean Coca-Cola. I don't mean the other stuff. Yeah, Mexican Coca-Cola, we have that here in stores locally. The only problem I don't like, or the one thing I don't like, is I don't like getting the Mexican Coca-Cola from places like H-E-B or Walmart's, because they always mark it up really expensive. And it bugs me because I know, like, say for instance, if you want like a bottle of Coca-Cola from Mexico, H-E-B has them for like $2.50. And these are small bottles. These bottles are only like 10 ounces. They're small. So it's a lot of money you're paying for a very small amount of Coca-Cola. But if you go to, like here locally, we have a lot of locally owned mom and pop stores that sell stuff like Coca-Cola and Sprite that's from Mexico. And you can go there to those stores and you can get it from those stores for like $1 for a bottle. And that seems much more reasonable. Because a lot of times those people will literally drive to Mexico and just buy the Coca-Cola in cases and just come back with it. Can you please do a Tera Shard X100 raid next? What? What do you mean X100 raid? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I really don't. I don't know what you mean by that. If you're talking about a 6-star, I've already done the 6 stars. And we've already done the 7-star raid. And neither of those give you 100 Tera Shards. Yeah, there is, as far as I know, the only time that you would have even a chance of getting close to that would be during the Blissey weekends. And Blissey is currently not the featured Pokemon. So I have no clue what you're talking about as far as getting 100 Tera Shards. Yeah, you're not going to get 100 Tera Shards out of a raid. Get my football snacks ready. I can't. I actually don't even have snacks right now. I woke up at like 8 o'clock this morning. I probably should have gone to the grocery store if I was going to do that. But I had already made up my mind that I wanted to get a pizza instead of just like getting snacks. Yeah, I'm going to do probably one more raid. Oh, look at that in Appleton. This is actually useful. Is Golden Ango good for raids? He is actually a very good Pokemon. His ability is what makes him exceptional. His attacks are kind of hit and miss, but his ability, the good as gold ability, it's what really makes him exceptional. That good as gold ability is good in most Tera raids. So I would say he's good, but there are caveats. Let's see. So we got a normal Appleton. So I guess we can just do fighting. Or I could do dark. The normals are weak to dark, right? I'll just do Iron Hands. I'll just no brain this one. In fact, while this is getting on here, let me load up my stream here. I actually stream all these football games, so that's what I'm that's what I'm bringing up here. I could actually stream it and still stream the game, like the video game to you guys, but I wouldn't be able to have the sound on. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Texas Longhorns. Nasty plot, make it rain setup. That's what most people use. That's what I was saying. He's good for his ability, but the make it rain isn't necessarily good in every raid. It's just not. It's good for some raids. But what I have been meaning to do, I haven't done it yet, but what I've been meaning to do is to have 2 golden Angos. One where he's primarily just the whole make it rain sort of thing. Yeah, there we go. I turned on the stream for the game. One for make it rain, where he's just an attacker, and then a second one where he is just support. and his whole thing is just to survive. That's really it. It's just play for support. So that's what I would do with the Golden Angos. He is, like I said, he's still very, very useful. Hey, Ness. Of course, now that I'm getting ready to go watch this game, everybody's showing up, and they're like, hey, we're here now! I think I will continue to stream the game for you guys, because a lot of you are showing up now. But over here on my second screen, I actually have the game. The game is getting ready to start here. You're gonna get lunch? All this talk about food is making me hungry. Uh-oh, Jordan already died. Yeah, that's not good, bruh. No point bringing the shiny if it's gonna get one-shotted. Yeah, that's one thing I ask guys. If you're gonna come to the raids, just make sure your Pokemon is actually good for this. If it's not, then I would rather you not come. Or at the very least, just make sure your Pokemon is good. At least make sure it's like level 100. Wow, how's this thing not dead yet? Dang, Jordan, what is going on over there, dude? Seriously, what's up with your Conkeldurr, man? He's getting just destroyed. Is this the last raid? I think I may do a few more. Like I said, I'm able to have the game, like my football game that I want to watch, over here on my second screen. So I can probably keep playing, but I am going to be occasionally looking over to the football game. Poor Jordan. Does your Conkeldurr need some training there, dude? And I'm not saying that to slight you. I'm just legitimately asking if it does. Because if so, some of us may be able to advise you on how to properly train it up. Because obviously it's a little weak, so you gotta get that looked at. And the Conkeldurr, is he just rock or is he also ground? Wow, 2 bottle caps. That's good. So we got a couple of bottle caps out of there, a star piece, bunch of genius feathers, and some normal Tera shards. Well, here's the thing. Most people, when they train their Pokemon, do not train up the HP stat. Okay? Generally, a low HP stat isn't necessarily bad. I would say, in fact, that instead of training up HP, you probably want to train up your defenses. Your regular and special defense. You want to train those up first before the HP. In fact, it's pretty rare where I even train up HP on any of my Pokemon. I almost always especially if I'm doing it if I'm training a Pokemon specifically for Tera raids, I will usually choose one or the other, either attack or special attack, and tune the Pokemon specifically for that. And then from there, I will look at the defenses. Like here, I'll actually bring one up here and I'll show you what I mean. Let me see. Are any of these any good? Maybe not the Glaceon. Let me take a look at another one here. Look here, we'll take a look at Miraidon. Although well, actually, no, let's look at the Umbreon. This is a support Umbreon. But yeah, check out the way I have the stats done here. Yeah, see? The speed, I could actually, in fact, I should probably retrain some of the speed here, but it's fine. Oh, no, actually, 176? Okay, that's why I left the speed. Okay. But yeah, take a look at the defenses. Yeah, 270 and 311. Those are very, very good defensive stats. In fact, they're even better than my special attack, even though my special attack is maxed out as far as EV training. But yeah, that's what I would... I mean, you don't necessarily have to get your stats on all your Pokemon to these levels. This particular little guy is exceptional because Umbreons tend to have really, really good defensive stats. But to get a look at another one here, let me see one where... Okay, yeah, this guy is a little more eh. In fact, I could probably train him a little bit different. I'm trying to find another good example. He's not good. Why did I train that HP? That's weird. Was it this guy? Oh, this guy did train a little HP. Okay. This one actually is a little bit better, I guess. If you are going to train HP, in this case, I would say yes, because this little guy, his HP before the training, I think, if I remember correctly, was like 245. So his HP was pretty low. But, as you can see, I still pumped up his defenses pretty well. Yeah, he's at 232, 238. So my sweet spot for defense tends to be about 200. Like, if you can hit that 200 mark, obviously, it doesn't guarantee survivability in every match, but you're not getting just absolutely obliterated, you know? So if you can hit 200, then you're usually okay. If you can't quite get there, you're probably fine. But if you have, like, a defensive stat that's, like, 115, 120, you're going to be in trouble. You probably need to try and do something about that or mitigate it in some way. So, yeah, you could do it this way. And again, like I said, the reason why I pumped up his HP here on this guy is because he's under 300. That's another sweet spot that I try to hit as far as HP goes. I usually try to get them about 300, but I don't want to sacrifice really too many of the other stats to go just HP. I would rather do the other stats first, and then if there are still points left over, then I may look at HP. But yeah, this little guy's probably about as balanced as you'll see some of my Tera Raid Pokemon. Oh, that one's not even trained up. Let's see, Dialga, that one's more balanced. This one's also more balanced. Yeah. But the biggest part is just making sure that your Pokemon is level 100. If it's not level 100, then in 5-star raids, you're going to have problems. Yeah, and especially if you end up going with us to some of our 6- and 7-star raids, if you bring something that is not level 100, it's going to get absolutely annihilated. So I would not recommend doing that. Oh, it looks like... Well, even now, the game actually hasn't started yet. The football game hasn't started yet. They're still doing, like, all these, like, introductions and stuff, so... Yeah, they're getting ready to start, but I'm pretty sure kickoff won't be for, like, another 10 minutes. So it's cool. We can keep doing some raids here. Everybody dab emoji. You don't have the cool dab emoji. Now here, I'll show you the cool dab emoji. How about that, buddy? We got that Flareon going. Yeah! Yeah, that dab emoji is exclusive to members. Yeah, the Flareon dab. Yeah, that's one of the little benefits of being, I guess, is that what they call it? Just the members? Yeah, you get a few extra little emotes. And your name turns green, too. Yeah, that's another thing. And then also, you'll see there on Andre, yeah, his name is green, which means he's a member. And then, on top of that, he's also has a, he has a Pokemon right there by his name. Yes, you have the membership here. Sometimes Hammer will come in and he'll just like hand out memberships for people. And I guess you were just some of the random people that he gave it to. I'm trying to find another 5-star raid. That's why I'm walking around here. Oh, we have two of them over here. I didn't even realize that. I wouldn't want to do that one. That's a 3-star. Where's the other one? It should be... Ooh. It's over here. I have to climb a little bit for this one. I may go back to the other map. That one, they tend to be a little more condensed. I mean, don't get me wrong. The 3-star raids are still worth doing, if only for just like the small rewards, like the candies, and they tend to give you also berries and stuff like that. So they are worth doing. It's just that here on the stream, they just go so fast that they're not really worth doing on the stream because there's no challenge in it. It's mostly just wasting time. I do the 3 and 4 stars though, but I usually do them off stream. Oh, here we go. Oh, this guy shouldn't actually be that hard. Yeah, he's a fire and ghosty boy. So, and he's Tera grass, so we can actually just hit him with fire. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my good old Charizard. You already have 30 XL candies? Oh, that reminds me. I think I capped my XL candies again. Yeah, I end up hitting 999 on my candies constantly. I often have to end up... in fact, let me look real quick. Do I have to actually sell some of these? Or because I tend not to use them. I just don't ever really use them. I would much rather just go and farm experience the old way. Oh, okay, I'm at 910. Yeah, 910 and 790. Yeah, I've had to sell the large and extra large several times. Just because I almost never use them. Moltres. Oh, that's an idea. Let me see if... did I even train my Moltres? I don't even remember. Let me see. Because I have both of the Moltres. I have the fire one and then I have the other one, the dark one. I don't remember where they are, though. I do have a second Charizard that I never use. Oh, here's the other Moltres. Yeah, that's dark and flying. And I think the other one is toward the front here. There he is. Let me see, have I trained him? I never really used this guy. He's a more balanced Pokemon. In fact, I could probably retrain him a little bit, but he's actually fine. He should work. Leer, Sunny Day, Incinerate, and Flamethrower. That's fine. I'll use him. I can pop out Sunny Day, and then we can instantly start just wrecking this guy. Yeah, this Texas-Oklahoma State game should actually be really, really good. Oklahoma State is one of those teams that you never really want to look past because they somehow manage to pull out big games all the time. So here we go. The game is now starting. Here we go. Kickoff. Thank you, God. Series note, 6 straight meetings decided by 8 points or less. Oklahoma State actually leads 4-2 in that series over the last 6 games. Wow. Oh, he's going to bring it out. Pretty decent little return. That Walking Wake is... Well, I guess he could work here. Yeah, because I think Walking Wake, doesn't he have, like, one ice move? Yeah, if you've got that ice move, then he's fine. Because I know he's generally water, isn't he? He has to throw it away. Oh, okay, he had to throw it away. Yeah, if your Walking Wake has that one ice move, then you'll be okay. It's not the football score. Yeah, I doubt this game is going to be a blowout. Both of these teams are really, really good. They're going to keep up with each other. All right, here we go. Sunny day. Ew. Ew. Who has that hacked Pokemon? Who has that? Ew. Who uses those? That's gross. I'm sorry. I just really don't like hacked Pokemon. It's like, no. Oh, he has Flash Fire. Oh my god. Well, this just got much more difficult. Oh no. That's bad. My moves are basically useless then. Arceus, you're going to have to do all the damage here. Why isn't Lear working on him? There it goes. Okay, I'll just lower his defenses here. Yeah, he's got Flash Fire. That sucks. Here, I'll throw a heal. It looks like we could all use it. I think his defense might be as low as it's going to go. Okay. Oh, that's a block punt? No. Wow, he barely got it off. Oh, that might be a flag right there. Yep, that's a flag. Yep. Flag on Oklahoma State. They have not started out very good here. Oklahoma State is having a bad time already. Almost had their punt blocked, and then they drew the flag on the punt return. It's all on you, Arceus. Yeah, I can't even use Lear anymore because he's got his shield on. So, Jordan and Ellie, it's up to you two. I activated your photosynthesis. Yeah, your Hurricane's not hitting that hard. Are you pumping yourself up? Yeah, if you're going to use your Hurricane, I would recommend pumping yourself up a bit first, maybe with something like Calm Mind. Man, that heal was not good. I may actually die here. Okay, I'm not dead yet. I'm gonna burn my last cheer here. I'm trying to keep Ellie... There we go. I was gonna say, I wanted to try and keep Ellie alive, because you're the one carrying us through this. There we go. How is me? I'm okay. Hello, Cooper. I'm doing 3 things right now. I'm playing the game with you guys, I'm watching chat, and I'm watching a football game. Or at least trying to watch the football game. Ability capsule. Lonely mint, star piece, such a large candies. Some grass Tera shards. And yeah, the only reason I'm even catching these Pokemon is because it's good trade bait when I do surprise trades later. Touchdown, Texas. Yep, Texas already got a touchdown. And they're only 2 minutes into the game. So Texas is already looking pretty good here. Adonai Mitchell. All right, let's see. Where were we going here? Oh, right. There's a fighting type over here. For those of you who came in here in the last few minutes, we actually were playing a little bit of Pokemon Sword and Shield earlier, just to do a Dynamax adventure, and man, was my team terrible. It was pretty bad. Oh, a Copperaja. So this is a ground and steel, or is he just steel? And he's fighting, so I imagine we'll probably want to... Well, if he's steel... Huh. Steel is not super effective to Psychic, is it? I don't think it is. Can't remember off the top of my head. Trying to think. What's a good Psychic type that I can bring? I do have the Indeedee. It tears into normal, though. More of a balanced Pokemon. Yeah, very balanced Pokemon, actually. Draining Kiss, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Calm Mind. I think I actually will bring Indeedee. Oh, Mewtwo. Again, I guess I could bring Mewtwo, but I kind of want to bring the Indeedee. Just to make it a little bit more challenging. Because with Mewtwo, it's like attacking a fly with a dump truck with Mewtwo. Whereas if you take Indeedee, it's like attacking a fly with, you know, like an RC car. I mean, you can bring your Mewtwo's if you want. I'm going to bring Indeedee. I don't even think Indeedee has an item on her. I'm just going to bring her. What the heck? I'm using it. I've got a couple of Mewtwo's. One of them is actually a support Mewtwo, and the other one is the attacker, but yeah, I'll bring Indeedee instead. Just for fun. Speaking of people who have just arrived here, if any of you happen to have a Volcanion that you're willing to trade, I am very interested in Volcanion. Unfortunately, the only two Pokemon that I have to trade for the Volcanion would be a Palkia. Well, actually, I have three now. A Palkia, a Rayquaza, and a Giratina. Any one of those for the Volcanion I would do. I really want the Volcanion. So Texas is already leading Oklahoma State 7-0. And, yep, just over 2 minutes. Actually, no. Yeah, just over 2 minutes in the game gone so far. Got a little Psychic Surge action. I'm not even going to Calm Mind. I'm just going to go right for it. Bloop. Ooh, Heavy Slam. So it does have Steel-type moves. He's already putting his shield up. Uh-oh, Hunter, you're in a bit of a bind there. You need to heal yourself. Oh man, my Draining Kiss is almost no damage with the shield on. Hunter, why didn't you heal yourself, man? Yeah, we got the heal, unfortunately, but I think it was Ellie did the heal. Ooh, Luca, you took a massive shot. Yeah, you need to heal yourself, too. My Psychic actually hits okay. It's not super strong, but it hits okay. And Indeedee, surprisingly, is taking these hits really well. Yeah, her defense is really paying off here. I'm not really taking all that much damage. I don't even have, like I said, I don't even have a Shell Bell or anything on her, but she's doing really well. Oh, there she got hit a little bit harder. Dude, Hunter, what's going on, man? Please tell me that's a level 100 Pokemon. Yeah, if that's not a level 100 Pokemon Hunter, then you absolutely should not be bringing that in here. It's a Kaparaja. Yeah, he has steel moves. Kaparaja is a steel Pokemon. Oh, he's starting to hit a little hard now. Level 78? No. Never do that. Never bring a level 78 to a 5-star. Never do that. Yeah, if it's 5-star, it has to be at least level 100. What? How were Letter and Link Tera Raid battle, but... What? And how but them in? What? I have no idea what you just said, Cooper. It's not even a joke. I have no clue what you meant by that. Okay, well, we got through it. But yeah, that's there you go, Hunter. Lesson learned, man. Yeah, just make sure it's level 100, because anything that's, especially, I would say you could probably get away with bringing, like, say, a level 95 or 96 to a 5-star raid. You're probably fine there. But once you start getting into, like, level 70s ish and below, yeah, your survivability is going to be really, really low. And that's one of the biggest things with Tera raids, is you cannot let yourself die. The 5-stars, you can generally get away with having a couple of deaths in a 5-star raid and you're still okay. But once you get to like 6 and 7-star raids, you really don't want to die. An ability capsule, some decent candies, big pearls, bold mints, pearl string, more pearls, and some fighting Tera shards. Even if it's EV trained, the EV training helps. Another thing you'll want to look at is hyper training too. Yeah, if it can be hyper trained, you absolutely want to hyper train it. But yeah, just the extra health and the extra defense and everything, basically all the additional stats that you get, say, between level 75 and level 100 makes a massive difference. It makes a huge difference. It really increases your survivability. Let's see. Let's check out this dragon. I was going to say, like I said earlier, or just a minute ago, if you have not hyper-trained them and they can be hyper-trained, you definitely want to get them hyper-trained. If you're unfamiliar with hyper-training, I can show you how to do it. It's pretty easy, fairly simple. You just got to make sure you have bottle caps. Wow, another 5-star. We're getting a lot of 5-stars today pretty easily. All right, so we got a Dragon-type Dondozo. This guy's a pain in the butt. This guy likes to use Yawn. Let me think. Does somebody... I know Ellie might actually do this for us, because Ellie's really, really hardcore about the supporter Pokemon. They're very good about that. We probably want to have somebody bring in electric terrain. Or what's the other one? Is it the psychic terrain? The psychic surge? Is that the one that keeps us awake? I know electric terrain does it. Although most people will probably... Well, let me think. This is a Dondozo. He does water moves. But as a dragon type... The only electric dragon that I have is going to be Miraidon, and I don't have any dragon moves on him. Yeah, Safeguard could work too. The terrains are the ones I always think of first. Because most people don't tend to run Safeguard unless it's just a supporter Pokemon. I think I do have a supporter with Safeguard. Oh, I know who I could bring. I could bring my Cresselia. Where is she? Here we go. Yeah, I'm 99% sure she has Safeguard. Yes. Light Screen, Safeguard, Lunar Blessing, and Mist. So I'll bring this one. This is purely, as you can see, I don't even have any attacks on this thing. So yeah, this is purely a support Pokemon, 100%. So I'll bring Cresselia. I don't think Dondozo does any moves that hit super effective on Psychic. So it should be fine. So yeah, I'll turn one, I'll Safeguard, and then I'll try to remember to refresh it if we need to. But yeah, if you're unfamiliar with dragon types are weak to... Oops. Dragon types are weak to other dragon type moves. They're also weak to ice and weak to fairy, is it? Yeah. So if you've got something that can do any of those moves, that would be preferable. Oh, come on. Don't give me errors now. There we go. Not Urkers? Uh-oh, one of the Oklahoma State boys got shook up. Oh man, Texas is already getting ready to score again. Let's see, what do we got here? Just remember, Luca, just, try to focus on your dragon moves. Ellie, I don't have to explain anything to. Ellie's like an OG. Ellie knows what she's doing. Oh, you're going to bring in Zacian. That's cool. Go for it. Yeah, Zacian. All the way, man. Who are these people outside my door? Oh, Texas just scored again. I think Cooper's still looking for there, so we'll give Cooper a minute. Oh, you're going with the pot. Okay. All right, here we go. I don't use that particular Pokemon that much, so I'm not really familiar with how it works. I know it's one of the newer Pokemon. I believe, isn't that one like Poison and Ghost or something? Is that what that one is? Yeah, I don't really... I've never even used that Pokemon in a Tera raid before. Alright, so Safeguard. Gotta do Safeguard. Oh, you didn't give him the sword. I put my sword on the Zacian that I have. The rusted sword. A grass ghost. Okay. Alright, so let's start with some Safeguard. Alright, there we go. Nobody's going to sleep. I'll also do Mist so that he can't lower our stats. I don't think he does anything that lowers stats. But I'll do it anyway. Do not use Memento, Cooper. It has no effect on him. Yeah, never use Memento ever again in a Tera raid. It has no effect. I was going to say, Cooper, if you have a grass-type move on that Pokemon, use the grass move. Yeah, I don't think you guys actually need me to do a move right now. I'll actually do a cheer. I want to do a go all-out cheer. There you go. Yeah, use Leaf Storm. That's the one you want to use, because that hits super effective. Yeah, that's the one. I'll do a heal here, because Cooper's getting a little low there. Yeah, I got you, Cooper. I'll heal you here. It's about time that I refresh the safeguard. Cooper, you may want to heal yourself this next turn. You're getting really low. Yeah, do a heal cheer. Because I have to refresh Mist. Okay, here comes the heal cheer now from me. I'm a Pokemon professional, my turn. Alright, refreshing light screen. We're not hitting him as hard as I hoped we would, but the Dondozos do tend to have really high defense, so that sort of makes sense. I think it's time for me to redo Safeguard here. Or it might be a turn too early. Yeah, it is. Crap. We're still okay, though. Come on, attackers. Go all out, man. We gotta finish this. Yeah, we're getting pretty low on time here. Yeah, this dude is actually... There we go. Come on, we need Ellie to hit as hard as we can here. Come on, Ellie. I'm pulling for you. Don't worry about heals. Just attack, man. I got you. Just attack. Go for it. There we go. That was a little close, man. Yeah, those Dondozos, man, their defenses, ugh. I guess that could have been another thing we brought, is maybe somebody just to lower his defenses. But we got through it. All good. Hey, look at that. We got a Mystica out of that, though. Not bad. So a Mystica, let's see, a bunch of mushrooms. A whole bunch of mushrooms. A few Tera shards, a bunch of candies. It's not bad. That was a bit closer than I thought it would be. I thought we were going to just kind of steamroll it a bit, but no, that dude, he stuck around. All right, let's see. What do we got next? We've got a fairy type. Your first Mystica on this save file. We all enjoy our frist. We never forget our frist time. Vasily keeps popping back in. Oops, did I hit? Really? I wasn't even close to that Pokemon. Why on earth would it trigger it? That's weird. I was not even close to this thing. Go away. Ah, God dang it. Come on. Go away. I'm a little worried now. I mentioned earlier that there were some people by my door. The apartment across from mine has been empty since September. And it is possible, since it's the beginning of the month, that somebody's moving in. And I really don't want anybody to move in. Because for those of you that don't know, I've had a very bad time with the last 3 neighbors that have lived across the hall from me, or across the way from me. They've, no joke, they've been either exceptionally loud or, and I'm not kidding here, they've been drug dealers. So the last people that moved out, they were really into drugs, and so I was so happy that they were gone. And every time that people move out, it always takes a few months for them to get the apartment ready, and so new people can move in. And for those few months, it's always really nice. It's always peaceful. It's quiet. Don't have to worry about the noise. Don't have to worry about, you know, drugs and all that stuff. And it just, yeah. So now that I hear these people, I'm thinking somebody's moving in, and so I'm like, dang it. I really don't want anybody to move in. I knew it's eventually going to happen, but I just, ugh. It's another one of those reasons why, and I actually tell my family this every now and then. I talk to them, and I'm like, I really need to move out of here. And they're like, why would it happen? I'm like, dude, it's like every single month there's another problem here. Like November was the rat month. In case you all don't know about that, it's no joke. I caught like a full-size rat inside my apartment because it had like chewed through one of the back walls behind my stove and got into my apartment, and the apartment wouldn't even help me catch it, so I had to go out and buy rat traps myself. And no joke, like literally 2 hours after I put the rat trap out, I caught it. So thankfully that was the only one. Usually, you know, critters like rats and mice, they usually come in little groups, but I've been lucky and it was just the one. I've not had any other critters come into my apartment since then, so it's just the one. But that was the whole thing. No, it's not a pet rat. It was a wild rat. You do not want to touch those things. That's not even a joke. Wild rats still carry plague. And again, that's not me just trying to make this sound all crazy or anything. They really do still carry the plague. Rats and mice, if they're wild, you need to be exceptionally careful of them. Because if you even come in contact like with their droppings, you can contract plague. And yeah, you don't want to get plague. The only good thing about that is, thankfully, plague is treatable. So if you do get sick, you can go to the doctor and they'll treat you and they'll get you some stuff to make you better, but you just don't even want to mess with that. You really don't. You know, it's one of those diseases that it's still out there in the wild. It still happens. People do still occasionally get it. But because of how toxic it is and how easy it is to spread between people, whenever you get a disease like that, it has to be reported. Like it's almost like people when they get rabies. It's not very common, but when you get rabies, you have to report it. In fact, usually if you get sick like that and you go to the hospital just does it automatically. So you don't ever want to mess with that stuff. So when I caught that rat, I was like, thank God it's just the one rat, got rid of it. But yeah, it's one of those ongoing things. Oh, it's a ghost. I'm an idiot. Okay, so this is a Haxorus and he's ghost. So let's bust out the Annihilate. Again, I have 2 Annihilapes, but we're going to use the one that tears into ghost. Now, if you do happen to get a pet rat, those are actually pretty cool. I've had a couple of friends in my life that have had pet rats, and these are legit rats. And I say legit because you get them like from a pet store or from a place that you know the rat's going to be okay. It's not going to have disease, or it's not going to, you know, it's not going to be a wild one that may bite you and that sort of thing. Not to say that, you know, a domesticated rat won't bite. It can still bite if you piss it off, but. You know, obviously if you get a rat from like Petco or PetSmart or something like that, you know it's going to have gone through its, you know, they're going to check it and make sure it's okay, it came from a good source, that sort of thing. But yeah, pet rats in and of themselves are actually, I hear they're pretty cool pets. The only problem that some people have with them is they don't live that long. I think the longest I've seen somebody have a pet rat was like 5 years. And that's like really old for a rat. Like really old. It would be like having a cat that made it to like 25 years old. It happens, but it's very, very rare. And even then, the thing about having a 25-year-old cat is at that point, the cat is so old, it's probably in constant discomfort, constant pain. So it's like, do you really want to let the rat keep, or not the rat, but the cat keep living at that point? It might just be better just to kind of, you know, let it move on, let it go about its whole thing. Yeah, you want to bring a ghosty boy. There you go, Luca. Luca, I think that's mostly a dark, but he may have ghost moves. Okay. And Neandles is bringing a support Clefairy. Okay. This is actually a great team. This is an excellent team right here. Yeah, we got our support Clefairy. They don't live that long, especially your roommate has a cat. It depends, though. Because one of those friends that did have a pet rat, they also had a pet cat. And they got along beautifully. And I think the reason why they got along so well is because they already had the rat. And when they got the cat was a kitten, like a very young kitten. And they exposed the kitten to the rat very, very early. And so the cat just thought it was like a friend. It thought it was like another, you know, whatever. Uh-oh, did I miss my Screech? Oh no, it hasn't gone through yet. But yeah, if you expose the cat and the rat to each other when they're very young, they'll just grow up together and they think it's normal. And so the cat and the rat will actually be very friendly toward each other. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing stat increases here, thankfully. I'm only doing my Screech. So here we go. Let's do some Rage Fist. Eh, not bad. You saw the Fallout trailer? I actually watched a video on some of the photos and stuff that Amazon has already released about the about the Fallout series. A little worrying, a little concerning. You only have fighting moves. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Remember, just because he's Ghost Tera type... Actually, wait, that is a bad thing. Never mind. You're in trouble. Why would you bring it if you only have fighting moves? Yeah, don't helping hand Big Papa, unfortunately, because all they have are fighting moves. Yeah, it's not gonna help for them. That's why I have 2 Annihilapes. I have two different Annihilapes. I have one that concentrates on ghost moves, and then I have one that concentrates on fighting moves. Forgot. It happens. Don't worry, I'm carrying you. Here we go. We're gonna... Yeah, I was gonna say, don't use Charm then. If he has the shield on, the Charm's not gonna do anything. Yeah, just remember, guys, whenever they put their shield on, stuff like Charm, stuff like Screech, Metal Sound, none of that works. None of that stuff works when they have the shield on. The only time that you can lower their stats if they have the shield on is if the attack you use has it built into it. So something like chilling water, how it lowers their attack stat, that would work because it's part of the attack. It's not just something that's trying to lower their stats. They dropped the trailer about an hour ago. I just hope they don't mess it up like they did with Halo. Well, that was one of the concerns that I had, because some of the previews that I saw last night, not the trailer, but just previews, is that it's taking place in Los Angeles, 219 years after the apocalypse, and apparently the Brotherhood of Steel is supposed to be like more of a military force that just keeps order, and not necessarily a military force that goes around scouring for every bit of technology. So they're kind of changing up the way that the Brotherhood of Steel work, because in the games, Brotherhood of Steel have always been about going around getting as much technology as they can. That's their whole thing. That's the reason they exist. In the show, however, they're presenting them as more of a police force. So I hope that they change that, or, you know, maybe it's different than what's being explained, because if they come out and they're just a police force, that completely guts what they are. You're so sorry. Don't worry about it, Aaron. We got it. We're good. It happens. If this were a 6-star raid and you did that, then I'd be like, come on, buddy. You got to do better than that. I am surprisingly getting a lot of 5 stars here today. Hey, look, here's another ghost. Let me go check this other ghost. It's right next to this electric. No, don't. Dang it. I don't mean to hit this guy. Come on, just go away. Oh, I can hit him with everything. Good. Unless we get dog meat. Yeah, some of the other things that I noticed... Oops, wrong button. Another thing that I noticed from some of the previews is they have the Pridwin. The Pridwin is actually in the show, but they don't call it the Pridwin. They call it something else. They call it like a Casio something. I forget exactly what it was. But it is basically exactly the same as the Pridwin. It is the exact same thing. So I wonder how they're going to explain that. Are they going to say that it's like, you know, another Pridwin, like Pridwin 2 sort of? Like they built another one? The thing is, though, the Pridwin itself wasn't built by the Brotherhood of Steel. They salvaged it. So how are they going to explain that? That they managed to salvage another one? 12 days until DLC 2. Yes! I mentioned that earlier in the stream. It's actually not that far off before we get another DLC, or the other part of the DLC. And Texas just scored again. What do we got here? 4-star. Let me go to the other map. Here, we'll start up here. We'll check out this dragon type. They're probably going to do it the way they've been doing it, Moni. The way they've been doing it is they'll drop 4 episodes, like the day of release. They'll give you 4 episodes, and then after that, they'll drip feed them to you once a week. And again, it's probably going to be 8 episodes, which is I really hate that they do that now. I understand the reason why they only do... Oh, God dang it. I keep running into these. I understand the reason they do 8 episodes is because each episode costs more with some of these shows. Oh, he's got levitate, doesn't he? Yeah. But at the same time, I hate that it's only 8 episodes. It's like, you know, I really need more time to kind of get to know some of these characters. Like, I miss the old school shows. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch Nick at Night. And some of those old shows, no joke, you would get like 36 episodes per season. That was incredible. Like old Star Trek, like the original series from the 60s, season 1 had like 30 episodes. It was a ton of stuff. And it was like, wow, okay. And each of those episodes is an hour. Can you imagine getting a Fallout series where you get 30 episodes in the first season? That would be amazing. I'd be like, bro, I'm in. Even if it were more of a slow burn, I would still like that, because that just means you get to know the characters. Because in 8 episodes, it never really feels like you get to know any of the side characters. It always feels like they're just kind of thrown in there just to kind of fill the story out. I do wonder... Oh, that's right. I was going to say, I wonder if we're going to get any of the other side characters from the various Fallouts, like some of the companions, like Kate or Strong, or some of the other guys, like from New Vegas. I'm guessing we're not, because the time period is a little bit different. Apparently, the way that they've arranged it is, like I said, it's 219 years after the apocalypse, which is 10 years after the events of Fallout 4. And 20 years after the events of Fallout 3. So it's unlikely that we'll get any of those characters. 1, because, you know, decades have passed. And 2, because they're just in very different places in the world. You know, like Fallout was in Boston, or Fallout 4 was in Boston, whereas the show is in LA. So that's all the way across the map. And the only way I could imagine somebody getting all the way across the map like that, you know, and still living, would be as if they're, you know, traveling with the Brotherhood of Steel, or if they're in the Brotherhood. I thought they would be retelling the story of Fallout 4. I wish they would. That would be pretty awesome, but no, they're not retelling the story of Fallout 4. And I think that could actually work. If they were just to take an existing story, like the story from Fallout 3 or 4, and retell that story, it can work. It really can. Look what they did with The Last of Us. That series, I've not watched it myself, and I've actually never played the game. But I have heard tons of stuff about the people who have watched the show, the fans of the game and everything. And they say that show is so true to the game, it's uncanny. Like, literally, they go scene for scene in the same order as in the game. And the actors and everything have the same lines. It's the same scenery. Everything is almost virtually the same. Very few changes are made. And I'm like, that's actually pretty awesome. Because now you get to see this game that you played play out in an actual series. And that just sounds amazing. You're excited for Ho-Oh coming? I actually just caught a Ho-Oh this week. The old legendaries. All right, so we got ourselves a Mamoswine, flying type. Oh, this guy might be... Huh. So Mamoswine does ice and ground moves. Flying does not like ice or fire. We probably don't want to bring a... Do we want to bring a fire? I could bring this boy. Hold on. This is an interesting combination. I kind of want to look this up. Let me see. Where's the calculator? Mamoswine does have a chance to drop Mystica. What was he again? Flying? Yeah. It's recommending Earth Eater, Levitate, Psychic Surge, Good as Gold, and Overcoat for the abilities. Best counters, it looks like, would be Bronzong. Bronzong, Orthworm, Electros, Rotom, Cresselia. I could just bring support Cresselia. Uxie, Mesprit, Urshifu. Really? Corviknight, Crabominable, Poliwrath, Fortress, Tauros, Quaquaval. I may just bring my Cresselia again. I'll let you guys handle the hard part. You're leaving away for us, man. Or I could bring Glaceon. Is this Glaceon ready? I think it is. This one's my non-shiny Glaceon. Freeze Dry. Oh, this one is a balanced Glaceon. Okay, yeah, this one was all balance. So we got Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Calm Mind. Hold on, what ability does this one have? Oblivious, Snow Cloak, raises evasion in hailstorms, and Thick Fat. Ups resistance to fire and ice moves. Ooh, if that thing has Thick Fat, then bringing in an ice type would not be a good idea. I have a Bronzong, but I don't think he's ready. I don't even remember what I did with him. I don't think I've ever used him for a raid. Let me look at it. Oh, there he is. I was about to say, I was going to try to look him up. Oh, well. He is level 100. He's balanced as well. Metal Sound, Helping Hand, Reflect, and Shadow Ball. Oh, he's more of a supporter. His ability is Heavyweight. That's not good. Do I have another Bronzong? I don't think I have another Bronzong that's ready. Oh, that's Bronzor. I do have a second one. Let me check his stats. Level 100. He does have a Levitate, Confusion, Metal Sound, Ice Spinner, and Safeguard. And, oh, he's very much a defensive supporter. Ice Spinner would destroy any ground or any terrains that they put out. I really don't have very many good counters for this guy. I wonder if Charizard, being part flying type, would mitigate the damage from Earthquake. Because the Mamoswine has Earthquake, Blizzard, Ice Shard, Ancient Power, Snowscape, and Amnesia. And I'm 99% certain one of his 4 moves that he does get here is going to be the Earthquake. The other is probably going to be the Ice Shard, the Ancient Power, and the Snowscape. That's probably what he's going to come with. So I wonder if Charizard would be okay. We can just take the chance. If we fail, we can just do it again. Riolu, Crocolore, Haunter, Bagon, Dreadnought, and Mankey. You're at the Water Gym? I probably wouldn't take Dreadnought in there. I guess I'll... screw it. I'm just going to take Charizard. If we fail, we fail. Here we go. I'm just taking Charizard. I'm hoping that his flying will basically make the Earth, the ground type move hit only normally instead of super effective. Tell me who to catch to switch and who to switch? What? Oh, is that a pickoff? Wow, Texas is just destroying the Cowboys right now. Or the Oklahoma State Cowboys, I should say. Yeah, they just got a pick. Yeah, Texas is doing really well. Oh, I don't know. I mean, when I was leveling up and when I was doing the gyms, I was just catching at least a couple of different copies of each of the Pokemon so that I would have options. If you do take if you're going against people at the water gym, a good counter would be a Gastrodon with Storm Drain. Or there's also what is it? The Quags that is it the Quagsire? Is that what it's called? The brown one, the little brown slug thingy. Yeah, the Quagsire. I believe he can also, or he gets Water Absorb. Yeah, if you can take either of those in there, they would be able to survive. I don't know if they would necessarily hit water harder. If you're going into the water gym, I imagine if you want to hit them really hard, you'll probably want to take in an electric type. If you're still fairly early in the game, you probably don't have Iron Hands yet. Let me think. Oh, you may have a Palmot. If you have Palmot and you're going against the water gym, Palmot's probably pretty good because he's going to hit them super effective with his electric type moves. How do you not have a Palmot? Oh, I think he's saying yeah, no to the Iron Hands. I would say yeah, Palmot is good versus Water Gem. You didn't like him, but he's useful right now. That's why I'm saying you should at least catch him and at least have him there. So in situations like this, where you would need to, have an electric type. Because early on in the game, Palmot's really the only thing. As far as electric type goes. I'm sure there are a couple of other electric types, but you may have not had a chance to get those yet. He avoided my smoke screen. Really? Okay. A Steenie? That's a grass type, right? That actually shouldn't be terrible. Yeah, Steenie actually will be okay. Yeah, if you have another grass type as well, that'd be good too. Yeah. I believe Hoppip is also grass. Nah, he hit me super effective. That's okay. I think Luca's smacking the crap out of this guy anyway. Yeah, you guys are hitting him pretty hard, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to do a cheer just to make sure we don't lose Iron Hands. I don't think we really need it, but yeah. There we go. Oh! It looked like he tripped at the end. Sorry, I've still got the football game on, too. Texas is already up 21-7, and they're already threatening to score again. And it's barely the beginning of the second quarter. I thought this game was going to be a little closer, but Texas looks like they're really just in control at this point. Wow, we're getting a lot of Mystica today. We're doing pretty good in the Mystica department. Lonely Mint, Star Piece, Brave Mint. Yeah, we're doing pretty good with Mystica. I think that's like 8 or 9 Mysticas we've gotten today. I can back in Mons? What? Oh, Texas just scored again. Yep. They are now about to go up 28-7. Guess the missing letter. You're missing a T out of letter, and you're missing a U out of guess. So you're missing multiple letters there. Let's go check this electric type. Yeah, Texas is having an amazing game right now. Their offense is just clicking. Yeah, they're like 3 minutes into the second quarter, and they've already scored 4 touchdowns. They may actually end up blowing Oklahoma State out. If they blow them out, that's going to look really, really good. Hopefully that'll get them into the playoffs. Hey, look at this guy. It's a Ludicolo. This guy's so goofy because he dances around. And he's electric type, so... Oh, but he does grass moves, right? Oh, well, he's going to be a pain in the butt. He does grass. Because normally you would bring ground, because ground is the only thing that hits electric super effective. So maybe something that isn't ground but has ground moves? You haven't been able to join the last few raids? Yeah, you gotta be quick, man. Sometimes people hop in. It's kind of a first come, first serve sort of thing. Let me see. Who do I want to bring for this guy? I really don't want to bring a dedicated ground because he's going to hit me really hard. Let me see. And he's electric. Does he do... I want to look this up. He also has a chance to drop Mystica. Nice. So 5-star, and he was electric. Best counter abilities would be Bulletproof, Sap Sipper, Storm Drain. That's what I was thinking. I think I might bring something with Storm Drain. Water Absorb. Psychic Surge, good as gold. He has, his attacks are Energy Ball, Surf, Fake Out, Trailblaze, and Rain Dance. Ooh. So he basically does water and grass. So definitely do not want to bring a ground. Ground is going to get annihilated here. Well, in fact, I had mentioned Gastrodon earlier. This might be the time for Gastrodon. Because, well, let me think. No, maybe not. Because that Energy Ball would still hit Gastrodon pretty hard. Yeah, maybe it's not Gastrodon time. Maybe... Hold on. Let me see. Let's do this. Let's look up the ability Sap Sipper. I think my Arbovola has it. In Arbovola, the one that I have is mostly support, I believe. Oh, Goodra! That might actually be pretty good. Oh, we got the goat. Another goat, another Goodra. Wow, my Arbovola doesn't have it. That's surprising. I thought it did. Well, let me see. What do we got here? Goodra, straight up dragon. Let me see what moves they've got here. Curse, Body Slam, Muddy Water, and Power Whip. Not great. Yeah, I saw the chat just now. Bring support Gastrodon. Gastrodon probably wouldn't be so good here. He'd be good against Surf, but against Energy Ball, he would get hit really, really hard. So probably not a good choice there. We got here Water Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Sludge Bomb, Power Whip. Yeah, there's really not a lot of good counters to this. In fact, the counters that it's giving me here are pretty broad. It's telling me Giratina, Dialga. Oh, Deucedi's not bad. Dragapult, Appleton. Huh. Appleton. I think I may do Appleton. If you all want to bring special attackers, I'll bring Appleton, and I'll just keep using Apple Acid. And that lowers his, I think it's special defense that it lowers. Let me see, Appleton, where are you? There you are. I just don't remember where I put you in the bag. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. I know I have an Appleton. Where's... Oh, it's probably searching for both. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Okay. Here. We're going to clear this out. There we go. For a second, it got me a little worried. I was like, wait, I know I have Appleton. Okay, not that guy. He's going to be over here. I still have all those eggs from last week. I haven't even hatched them. Okay, I'm gonna bring my Appleton, and I'm just basically gonna spam him with Apple Acid to lower his special defense. So whatever Pokemon you bring, just try and bring stuff that you know uses special attacks so that we hit him as hard as we can. And do not bring a ground. Do not bring a ground. If you bring a ground, you're just basically gonna get annihilated. Do not bring a ground. Snorlax horsepower. That could work. Yeah, if you bring a non-ground Pokemon that has a ground move, that's perfectly fine. However, like I said, the Appleton that I'm bringing, like I said, it's going to lower his special defense. So if you happen to have a Pokemon that's non-ground that has something like Earth Power, which is a special attack, that would be preferable if you can do that. Now, you don't necessarily have to, but like I said, the whole purpose of me bringing the Appleton is just to lower his special defense. It's basically just to help you guys hit harder. All right, here we go. Yeah, horsepower, I believe, is a normal physical attack. So it probably won't hit as hard as it potentially could. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight up Apple Acid on him. I'm going to probably burn all of them. Oh, he's going to start... He may start trying to use Surf here. Because yeah, if he's making it rain, he's probably going to use Surf on you guys. He used it on me. Thankfully, it didn't really hit that hard. That's another thing I've been meaning to ask you guys. These Pokemon that y'all are bringing, are you making sure to equip them with held items? Because the held items can really help. If you've noticed on a lot of my Pokemon that I use, almost all of them use a Shell Bell. Now, I'm not saying that you should use Shell Bell. I mean, you can if you want, but the Shell Bell, if you don't know what it is, every time you do an attack, it will heal you for a small percentage of the amount of damage that you cause. So basically, every time you attack, it's like you get a little heal out of it. So that's why I like doing Shell Bell. Now, it's not a good choice for every Pokemon or every situation, but it's one of the... Oh, wow, Luca. Luca, is that a ground Arceus that you brought? I mean, I said straight up, don't bring a ground. You're gonna die. But I think we're doing okay, so I'm not mad or anything, but... Yeah, that's how I was like, don't bring a ground, you're gonna get nailed. Luca was like, I don't care. I'm bringing it. We're okay, though. What got me a little worried there is if you take a look at the other two people we have, Big Papa and Yandles, if those two would have died, we would have been in some pretty big trouble. Don't get me wrong, Arceus is good, but when you equip it with the ground plate versus this guy, you're going to have a hard time. I think my Appleton did really well. He barely took any damage, and he did his job. He kept lowering special defense over and over. Excellent job. I'm going to pat myself on the back. What is 12th? What do you mean 12th? Hey, look at that. Another Mystica. We are doing so well on Mysticas today. We are just farming these. And again, lots of candies. I'm just happy that it's easy that I'm finding 5 stars. On some weekends, I can't find any. Like, all I'll get are just like 3 or 4s. And that just annoys the heck out of me. I'm just glad I'm getting plenty of 5 stars. Alright, what do we got next? Oh, we got a normal type down here. We'll check this one out. I gotta do a little refresh here. There we go. Uh-oh. I think Oklahoma State just got a turnover. And they are threatening to score already. Okay, so they're not out of it yet. If they score here, it's just a 14-point lead. Hate when YouTuber this has lower chater rate, but in Tera raids that's 100%. What is a chater rate? I really don't know what you're trying to say. What is chater? Do you mean cheater? I don't know what you mean by that. I would get in on that, but I have no idea what Pokemon that is that you have there, Aaron. Aaron, oh god dang it. I have no problem with doing raids that you guys provide, but before you put the code out there, you generally want to tell us what it is. You want to tell us what Pokemon it is, and you want to tell us the Tera type, so that we can at least kind of get ready. Because if I hop in right now and you've only got like a minute to choose a Pokemon, that's not really a lot of time. So that's why you want to give us a little heads up first. So a Doxbun and his Tera type is Fairy? What star is it? Is it 5? Because it's really only worth doing 5 at this point. If we're going to be doing groups, it's only worth doing 5 star. 5 star or above. If you're getting people into your raid, excellent. Oh wait, now you're saying 6. So is it a 5 or a 6? Because if it's a 6, that's a whole different thing. Because the difference between a 5 and a 6 star is a huge difference. Yeah, a 6 star is much more challenging than a 5 star. Yeah, if it's a 6 star, I probably want to take a little bit more time to figure out what my options are. So let's see. So a 6 star Fairy Doxbun. Let me see. If it's a Fairy type, you generally only want to bring... If you can solo it, then solo it. Go for it. But if it's a Fairy, obviously you want to do either Metal or Poison. So I guess maybe like a Revavroom would be good. Yeah, Revavroom would do really well there. Pretty much most Poison types. Because Doxbun, yeah, he's full Fairy. Okay. Oh, an Eternatus would do really well there, too. Where is this rock? Is it over here? Oh, there it is. Of course I say, hey, look, I'm getting all these 5 stars, and now I can't find any... I can't find any 5 stars. I've used them all up. Let's fly down to this rock here. Actually, I'm gonna check this ghost first, and then I'll go do the rock. Go away! Let's get my little rock boy. You go away and throw a rock at you. Oh gosh, get away. Look, this isn't even going to be a 5-star, is it? Oh, it is! Awesome! Oh! This is that weird guy. I forget his name. He's got, like, leaf hands or something. Yeah, I forget what his name is. But he actually shouldn't be that bad. We could probably just do Annihilate here. Yeah, he does grass moves. If you get Hack Shine with Master Ball, best to use Master Ball, catch a Lechonk. Okay. Why would you go and catch a Lechonk just for giggles? Speaking of hacked Pokemon, anytime I get a hacked Pokemon via surprise trade, for the newer people, the old people already know I do this, but yeah, anytime I get one of those hacked Pokemon, I take either the Master Ball or the ability patch that it has on it. I take that and I keep that, but then I just delete the Pokemon. All of those hacked ones just get deleted. Although we did get one, what was it, last week or the week before, where I in a surprise trade on the stream, I got, what was an Alolan, what was that thing called? It was the Rock Boy. An Alolan Golem. That's what I got. I got an Alolan Golem, and I actually didn't have one. So I was a little jazzed at first, not because I got the hacked Pokemon, but because I could breed it. And so that's what I did. I stuck an Everstone on it, and I bred it, and I got a whole bunch of eggs, and so everybody got an Alolan version of it out of it, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty rare that I'll get any hacked Pokemon that are actually breedable. Most of the ones I get are ones that are like the legendaries that you just can't breed. Yeah, 6-stars are soloable. I have soloed many a 6-star. Just got to make sure you take in the right Pokemon. If you take in the wrong Pokemon, you're gonna have a bad time. But yeah, with the right Pokemon, with the right held item, yeah, you can solo 6-stars. You could even solo 7-stars. But again, it depends on the 7-star. Like the Eevee 7-star, I think somebody said that they were soloing that, although it took a little time because you have to get through the whole thing. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we're going to do some Screech. Ew, Cooper, what's with you and all those hacked Pokemon, man? Yeah, hacked Pokemon are bad. You don't want to mess around with those guys. Ooh, why do you want to sucker punch me? Oh! Oh, that hit much harder than I thought it would. Was that a crit? No, it wasn't. Yeah, that hit much harder than I thought it would. I thought I'd take maybe 15% of his health. That was a little bit more than that, though. Golden Angle with Shell Bell and Nasty Plot. For those of you who are not familiar with where to get a Shell Bell, you can actually get it at some of the... what are they? Not the Chansey supplies, but the other ones. The Delibird gifts. Not every Delibird has it, though. I believe that city over on the east coast of the first map, Lavencia. that city, the Delibird presence has the shell bell. Oh, well, he's dead now. Yeah, somebody just killed him. There we go. Yeah, doesn't matter. But yeah, gosh, how many shell bells have I bought? Like 200? It's like a stupid amount of shell bells. And they're like 10,000 each, I think. It's like 10, is it 10 or 20? I think it's 10,000. So they're not cheap. And yes, you could technically just get like 1 or 2 shell bells and move them around, but I hate doing that. I'm like, everybody gets their dedicated shell bell. Money is really easy to come by in this game, obviously, which is why I'm able to afford them all. Even right now, I'm actually right at the cap. I'm right at the money cap. Wow, 2 bottle caps. That was good. Yeah, didn't get any Mysticas, but the bottle caps are very useful. Another Adamant mint. That's a very good mint. It's one of the mints that I use the most. Sorry, I'm jamming to my music here. Alright, so Shiftry, that's his name. Yeah, I can never remember that guy's name. All I know is he's the guy with the leaf hands. That's how I always remember him. Let's see, so this is a rock. Are you serious? It's the same guy. It's the same one, just a rock type. That's funny. Okay, so I guess rock type you can bring... Oh, I'll just bring my Quackleval. Actually, no, I don't want to bring him. He's water. He'll get hit super effective. I'll bring my Urshifu. Let's see, dark fighting... Yeah, he should be fine. Go on Scary and search Open Sead check. What? You can fix hacked Pokemon? No, you can't. All right, bye. Okay. See you later, Aaron. Thanks for hanging out, dude. We'll see you next week. I do these every week. Every Saturday. Let's see. Oh, wow. It's already almost the end of the second quarter. This actually might be my last raid here. Oh, that's a touchdown. Yep. Texas just scored again. It's now about to be 35-14. Jesus. Quinn Ewers today. 22 of 27, 346 yards, 4 touchdowns. It's not even halftime yet. He is having an insane game today. He could hit easily 500 yards. He's threatening 600 yards. This is nuts. Dude is having a game. He does have 1 interception. But yeah, that's insane. It's 35-14 Texas. See, this is why I wanted to see the game. It's really like it. I think we're waiting on Neanderthals. You're bringing a dolphin. Why are you bringing a dolphin? I know it's a water boy. The only reason why I didn't want to bring a water boy is because, again, this Shiftry, he uses grass-type moves sometimes. And grass is going to hit that water super effective. The one shine use now suppress tried no. What? I'm sorry, Cooper. I sincerely cannot understand what you're saying, dude. I really don't. I have no clue what you're trying to tell me. Really? You're gonna make it so I can't move? Really? I just did my sword dance and he just reset me. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna attack. Fine, just here. Eat a drain punch. Luke, Cooper, you need to heal yourselves, guys. Do a heal cheer. I know we're getting toward the end, but you never know. I've seen crazier things happen. Yeah, I forget who it was. It was one of the 7 stars. But we got it down to like 20% health. And we were like, oh, we're good, we're fine. We still had most of the clock to go. And we still ended up losing because suddenly, like, within 2 turns, all of us died. And it just killed our clock. We were like, okay, did not expect that. That's why I'm always a little weary sometimes when I see people getting a little low health, even though we don't have a lot of timer left. I'm like, yeah, let's just be safe. Nothing amazing there. He did give us a comment shard. Rock and Tera shard. Okay. Yeah, pretty pedestrian run right there. Well, I think I'm going to call it for the day, guys. I want to go get some food. I want to sit here and finish watching this game. Thanks for hanging out. It was really fun, guys. I actually did this stream a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I thought I was only going to do like 2.5 hours. And here we're almost at 4 hours. I will be here again next weekend. So if y'all want to join me then, you're more than welcome to. Might even swap over to Pokemon Sword and Shield and maybe do some of the Dynamax raids as well. We'll see. We do have a whatchamacallit, a Discord server. If you all want to head over to there, I'm there pretty much every day. I will link the Discord server in chat. So yeah, we're there pretty much every day. We talk about all kinds of stuff. We talk about Pokemon and trading card games and television shows and sports, and we post funny pictures and music and all that kinds of good stuff. But I will see you next week about the same time. Usually I start at about 10 a.m. Central Time. So we'll see you then. Be safe out there. Don't do anything crazy. And go eat some tacos.